Hey everybody, welcome back to X-Plane 11. I'm Bill, and this is the Coronado Citation 2 behind me. And I'm going to attempt to recreate a flight that I did with my instructor, Brad. He took me on an empty down and back leg from John Wayne to San Jose in an XL. The Citation XL is like way different than this plane is in a lot of ways that are way over my head, but it's close enough. I'm going to show a quick little video and you can kind of see some of the instruments in the cockpit are similar. That XL is freaking awesome, but this is the closest thing that you can get in X-Plane at the moment. So we're going to use the Coronado 550 to recreate this flight, and yeah, it should be pretty interesting. So I'm gonna quickly play a clip from when we actually did the flight and see how close it looks as we're departing. Where is the video view? So we got video with you. Here we go. All right, so this is departing John Wayne here. So you notice the engine instruments in the middle there, very similar to the Coronado one. So rotating there, looks like at 120. So a nice little shadow there. Yeah, the video is a really low frame rate. I don't know why that is. Okay, so there's us cruising along, San Jose. And then coming in, let's see if... So there's a good shot of San Jose. We got parallel runways, displaced threshold. We were landing on the left side. 30 left. Horrified pilot, yeah, I'm in the back. Brad with insanely smooth landing. Then they flipped seats and Brad was in the right side, departing here. This departure is pretty cool. It's a pretty sharp right turnout. You got to stay at, I can't remember what the altitude is. I cut the video off because it was really dark and the frame rate is super bad. So he has a really long arm. Yeah, I was just basically kneeling right at the threshold there. So they flew up empty and back empty. Yeah. So I was empty. I was empty up. They did their flight out of San Jose, and then I was empty back down to John Wayne. So it was a perfect opportunity to see a round trip flight in a jet. And it was pretty awesome. San Jose, it's a pretty easy flight up in terms of, I guess, departure and arrival. Leaving the departure out of San Jose is a little bit tricky, and so once we get in San Jose and are leaving, we'll take a look at that. One thing that I did want to mention before, like the end of the video, which I usually do, is if you are watching this after the fact on YouTube, there's a link in the description for the Discord server, and if you are feeling socially distanced and are into aviation or flight sims, there's a link in there for the Discord. It's been so amazing to have everybody in there to chat with throughout the day. I am definitely feeling the effects of not being out in public and like socially. And Discord, along with obviously the stream, has been a huge help. So if you have any questions or want to get into PilotEdge or VATSIM or any specific plane or real world flying or anything, it's been an amazing outlet for me, through this weird time. So, and if you're watching this like way in the future, take me with you, please. Small jets are neat, waiting for the day I'll get to whip in the back of a G650. That's a big plane. But the XL is amazing. All you introverts out there, check on your extrovert friends. They don't know how this works. Help us. I don't know what's going on. Oh my God. We are not okay. Okay. We're going to get ForeFlight coming up here. Here's the flight plan that I created. So it is the Hero 3 IK transition to San Marcos VOR, and then just basically straight up to this Robbie 5, this Salinas Robbie 5 arrival on there. And then Gilroy, you can smell the garlic from that intersection, and then straight into 30 left. I am assuming a couple of things here. That one, it is... Oh, actually, there are some clouds up there. And then also... let's see. We have ILSs, hopefully, on the left side. Yep, we do. Okay, so we're good. We're good to go there. Garlic Festival there is not as bad as it sounds, unless you went last year. Yeah, no kidding. Information Zulu and sock it in. Well, yeah, it does look like there are clouds, so that'll be kind of fun to get some clouds going in there. Flight, what's happening? Happy Monday. So let's get inside this dude and try to remember how to start it. So let's get that door closed. We'll get the main door coming in, and static elements are off. All right. We're gonna hopefully not have any issues with fuel. It's an hour there and an hour back, so let's give ourselves as much fuel as possible. 40, call it 4,300 pounds of fuel. Let's just max it up. Almost max. So we'll just call it 15,000. 15,000 on the way up. Matching real world conditions. Flyby, this is a Carenado. This is a Carenado plane. And that panel. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it's Carenado, so there's some goofiness, but luckily I am not I'm not a real world citation pilot, so a lot of the shortcomings are hidden to me, but I am told that it does a reasonable job with the important stuff. I'm gonna get this out of the way for now, and then we'll come back to that once we're started up. So there is parking brake. All right, let's get the batteries coming on. Beacon as well. Hopefully that wasn't a super loud, annoying sound for you guys. Okay, and sweet. Oh, good. I think it's like almost every time that I've started this thing so far, I feel like I'm doing something wrong because there is like not that much to do. All right, we'll get past 7, get the fuel coming on. when Brad talks about operating this plane and how simple it is, there are a lot of things that are simple to him. I didn't do something right. Did I? Oh, yeah. And of course, I immediately screwed it up. There we go. So there are a lot of things that are simple to him that aren't for somebody who's a brand new private pilot in single engine piston planes. But this plane, if you do it correctly, is shockingly simple to operate. So for something to play around with jets in, there really isn't much to this, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's a 550 S2, which Brad talked about at length last weekend, or this past weekend, and it is definitely a pretty goofy plane. Okay, so that is everything started. So we'll get on the avionics. Oh boy. My SciTech panel is not on that. Is a
information Victor. 1900s.
Pain in the butt. Okay, so I guess I'm going to be looking at the little numbers on this flight. That's super cool. So con 2 is down here, and that is 26.0. Luckily we got some time in the air to fumble with this. Get on.
Orange County,
this.
John Wayne information Victor. 1900 Zulu weather. Wind 230 at 8. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 20,000 view. Temperature 2.10. Altimeter 3015. Arriving runways 20 right, 20 left. Departing runways 20 right.
What's up, SimEdge?
20 left. Advise on initial contact. You have Victor.
All right, information Victor. And the altimeter is 3015. That would make sense. We're not underwater at the moment. X Gamer, thank you so much for the bits, man. Happy Monday. I'm gonna see if I can get this panel, these panel lights on, because that is super helpful. I think that's it. I don't know if that did anything. I don't, ow! Okay. Alright, no audio panel, so that's okay. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Oh yeah, the new Doomed does look pretty good. The early bird special. Okay, let's get our clearance here. So it is 2185. Oh, you know what? Frickin' A. This would have probably helped get a
Connected to PilotEdge.
better ATIS.
Drive. 2253 Zulu. Wind 230 at 8. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 20,000. Temperature 21. Dew point 9er. Altimeter 3014. Arriving and departing runways 20 left, 20 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Foxtrot.
Okay. Information Foxtrot. All right. The frequency is going to be 20.1.
Ramona Tower, Warrior 975 Bravo, holding short, runway 27 at Bravo, ready for departure.
Okay, that's...
First 7 to your mics for the reminder pass for Cat 7.
So we're probably on the Hero 3.
San Diego ground, Skylane 135 Tango Delta. Just checking the status for the Cat 11.
Niner 75
Well,
Bravo,
X, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Clear for takeoff, right turn on course approved.
SimEdge, what do you mean?
Runway 27 clear for takeoff, right turn approved. 975 Bravo.
We're 5 Tango Delta. Yeah, I told you it was a pass when you got your taxi back to the ramp.
Oh, roger on that. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Good night.
John Wayne clearance, good afternoon. Citation 204 Lima Echo with information Foxtrot, IFR San Jose.
Alright, 2, once there, we're 104 Papa Hotel, draw my ground where you parked.
We're currently at the FEO, next to Delta and Alpha.
Roger, okay, I remember there. Runway 20 right, taxi via Alpha, Lima, hold short of runway 20 left, turn your transponder on.
Right, taxi 20 right at Alpha and Lima, hold short 20 left and transponder on November 104 Papa Hotel.
For 204 Lima, drawing clearance, clear to San Jose Airport, Hero 3 departure, IK transition, then I'm filed. Climb via Civics and maintain 5,000. Departure frequency 28.1, squawk 2127.
2127. I cleared to San Jose Airport via the Hero 3 IK transition, then as filed. Climb via the SID, accept, maintain 5,000. Departure frequency 28.1, squawking 2127. Citation 204 Lima Echo.
204 Lima Echo, read back.
All right. I'll tell you why you don't see me because
Burbank clearance, Skyhawk 348 Papa Delta, information Echo. Looking to pick up IFR to John Wayne.
That is fantastic.
348 Papa, showing, Burbank clearance, cleared to John Wayne Airport. Elmu, Niner, departure to Elmu. Victor 186, and then as filed. Climb via SID, maintain 4,000. Departure frequency, actually, via the SID, accept, maintain 4,000, expect 5,000 in 10 minutes to be the final. Departure frequency 14.2, squawk 2161.
Clear to John Wayne via the Elmu 9, direct to Elmu, then Victor 186, then it's filed 4,000, expect 5,000 after 10 minutes, squawk 2161, and can you repeat that departure frequency 348 Papa Delta?
Right, Papa Delta, to frequency 134.2, rest of the readback, correct.
This is departure frequency 134.2.
Dude, VR is pretty awesome,
Papa
man.
Delta.
I agree, Flight. VR is really cool.
March Tower, Archer 5337
Okay,
Sierra
so
on the
let's get this
RNAV 32
thing
approach.
ready to go.
We're 533,
Okay.
Center March Tower.
Flight plan.
3108,
We're
runway 32,
departing
clear to land.
from
Clear to land, runway 3237 Sierra.
John Wayne.
Long Beach ground, Cessna November 75232, request taxi to the active east departure.
John Wayne clearance,
75232, Long Beach ground, ready to park.
North Ram, ready to pick up my IFR clearance.
we're gonna mute that for the moment. All right, so then we're gonna go. We got that in there. We're gonna go departure out of John Wayne, and we are on the Hero 3. No, I don't want to select that yet. Don't want to select that yet. Okay, so we're 20 right, and we're gonna be Hero 3 IK transition. Put that in there. It looks good, and then we're gonna go to arrival, and we have the Robbie 5 for 30 left. 30 left, ILS. Gilroy transition, and that is on the Robbie 5. And right. What's up with that? Let's go into legs here. Then we got to the right. Go back down here. So that looks like Great Steel, Dolph, Mika, Sniper. It's all in there. Hero, looking sweet. Gilroy, so we don't have IK is not in there. No, IK is in there. Let's do get in. Shit, come on. There we go. Put that guy in there. And then I think it's, oh yeah, so it's not loaded, for some reason it's not loading that Robbie arrival, so we'll have to manually input that. So there's Robbie, and then goalie, SMS, get that in there, and then Gilroy, right? Yep, so we'll go Gilroy and then discontinuity, and that looks pretty good. Execute that. Okay. Let's see. And then we're going to go up to 6,000. That's, no, 5,000. We're going to go up to 5,000. Okay. 5,000 in there. And then we've also got '21 to 27. 21, 27 in there. That looks good there. Okay. And then we've got nav mode, altitude select. We're going to go vertical speed as well. And we're going to crank that guy up to 2,000 probably. We can probably... Alright, I guess that's going to be it for now. New emote alert. Yep. What's up, Joe? Happy Monday. All right, Tim. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. And now let's get over to 20.
134 Charlie Pop, San Luis ground, runway 29er, taxi via Alpha.
Taxi via Alpha, 734 Charlie Papa.
2680.
Long Beach ground, Cessna 232 requests progressive taxi to runway 26 right, please.
Sounds good, Tim.
For 232, that's unavailable. Do you have an airport diagram? And John 1 Tower, November 104, Papa Hotel, holding short, 20 left.
Let's get ready to go. I think we got everything right. We hit everything.
104 Papa Hotel
FMS
at
is
Lima,
good to
cross
go.
runway 20 left, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff.
At Lima, cross 0 left and 20 right, clear for takeoff. November 104, Papa Hotel.
March Tower, Archer 52370 is clear of active on Bravo.
Remember the 7 Sierra taxi to parking via Alpha, or sorry, it's like Bravo and then a right turn on Golf to the ramp.
Bravo to Golf,
GPS
370,
scenario.
is right past the I-4.
Yeah, it was fast.
370, thank you for your help.
Okay.
Burbank Tower, we're number for 176
All right.
is 10 to the west at 3,100. Request full stop. We have information Foxtrot.
It's busy. It's busy on PilotEdge right now.
Number 84116 Burbank Tower, make straight in, runway 8, cleared to land, wind
We got a
19er,
bunch of
08.
traffic at John Wayne. Look at that.
Make straight in for runway 8 to the wind, 176.
Burbank ground, Skyhawk 348, Papa Delta, Charlie 8, ready to taxi.
John Wayne ground, Cessna 734, Mike Tango, North Ram with information Sarah, ready to taxi.
We're 734 Mike Tango, John Wayne ground, runway 20 left, taxi via Alpha Kilo.
20 left via Alpha Kilo, 734 Mike Tango.
John Wayne ground, citation 204 Lima Echo, ACI West taxi.
Alright, couple there, once again, November 348, Papa Delta Burbank ground, runway 8, taxi via Charlie.
Runway 8 via Charlie 348, Papa Delta.
Before Papa Hotel, contact departure. Over to departure, 104 Papa Hotel, good day. 204 Lima Echo, John Wayne ground, runway 0 right, taxi via Bravo Lima.
Bravo Lima 20 right, citation 204 Lima Echo. Okay, let's
San
get
Luis
moving.
Tower, Cessna 734, Charlie Papa ready for departure. Open short runway 29.
Before Charlie Papa, 734 Charlie Papa, San Luis Tower, runway 29 are cleared for takeoff, left turn on, course approved.
Clear for takeoff. Runway 29, 734 Charlie Papa.
Vegas ground number 110 Alpha on the ground at signature, ready to taxi.
For 1210 out. Las Vegas ground, runway 8, left,
Flip that hanger like
taxi via
Skyhawk.
Hotel Foxtrot.
Yeah, I don't think a
Hotel Foxtrot number 110
a little
Alpha.
citation 2 is going to be flipping over any hangers, but that's crazy.
Long Beach ground, Cessna 232 at runway 26 right, ready for takeoff, Eastern.
2327. We're 10 Alpha, we'll do a runway 19 right actually. Runway 19 right, taxi via Hotel and Foxtrot.
Hotel Fox, 19 right, 1210 Alpha.
For 75232, Beach Tower, say again, direction of flight.
East departure.
75232 on departure, turn leftbound, sorry,
Yeah, this
left,
thing is pretty.
southbound towards the
I
shoreline,
mean, the
runway
plane that I
26
flew
right, clear
in
for takeoff.
was bigger than this.
Clear for takeoff,
But
runway
it's
26 right,
similar.
Cessna 232.
And they're just super awesome. It's so cool. I talked to some of the PE guys about controlling, but I guess they require previous controlling experience. Yeah, they have a pretty strict requirements. Actually, it's pretty crazy.
For 10 Alpha, turn your transponder on.
We'll turn it on there in a second, there, 1210 Alpha.
Burbank Tower, Skyhawk 348, Papa Delta holding short runway 8, Charlie ready for takeoff.
348 Papa Delta, Burbank Tower, runway 8, clear for takeoff, no delay, traffic to an Archer on a 3-mile final.
Clear for takeoff, runway 8, no delay, 348 Papa Delta.
Burbank clearance, Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa, requesting traffic services to Fullerton.
Approaching runway 20 right.
Cat 9 rating.
For 172 Sierra Papa, Burbank clearance on departure. Proceed on course southeast bound.
It's pretty funny now. Every time you hear it, it's
2,500 until
funny.
advised. Departure freebie 134.2, squawk 6631.
Squawk 6631, departure frequency 134.2 for Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa.
2 Sierra Papa, redirect.
John Wayne Tower, Cessna 734 Mike Tango, holding short of 20 left, ready for departure.
We're 4 Delta, contact departure. Sorry, 8 Papa Delta, departure.
Over departure, 8 Papa Delta.
734 Mike Tango, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 left at Kilo, cleared for takeoff.
20 left, cleared for takeoff, 734 Mike Tango.
Sounds ground, I'm now 16 Tango with a request.
Okay, departure frequency
9160, send me Chicago.
0.1.
I'm now 16 Tango, requesting
let's do this.
traffic advisories to John Wayne, expected cruise at 9,500, we have information Zulu.
Yeah, it hasn't hit viral status yet, White Leg.
We are 737.
Long Beach Airport, 35 Charlie Delta, short final.
5 Charlie Delta, Long Beach Tower, runway 30, clear to land.
20 clear to land, 85 Charlie Delta.
For 6 here, departure frequency 120.55, squawk 235.
Is it a 737?
Can you repeat the squawk for 6 Tango?
No, please.
2352. Departure frequency 120.55, squawk 2352, 6 Tango.
I mean, not that I haven't done that
6
before.
Tango, reading correct. Are you ready for taxi or do you need a minute? Oh, we are ready for taxi, 6 Tango. Runway 29 RTV Alpha. 29 via Alpha, 6 Tango.
John Wayne Tower, citation 204 Lima Echo, holding short 20 right at Lima.
Alright, that was at least 3 there at once. November 204 Lima Echo, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, line up and wait.
20 right, line up and wait. Citation 204 Lima Echo.
For 1210 Alpha, Las Vegas Tower, runway 19 right, cleared for takeoff, wind 100 at 7.
Clear for takeoff. Remember
line up and wait.
19
Perfect.
Approaching runway 20
Alright, someone's looking for they had like a VFR request or something. What was the call sign and request?
Yes, 211 Whiskey Papa, Skyhawk VFR McCarran 10.5 thousand. We're at Grand Canyon.
For 211 Whiskey Papa at Los Angeles Center, frequency 124.85, squawk 2224.
124.85, squawk.
All right,
2224.
we are lining up.
Burbank Tower, Warrior 176 is clear. The active ready for parking via Charlie 8.
Or 1 Whiskey Papa, back correct.
We're ready to go. Takeoff power is 98.
Number 176, taxi to parking via Charlie, and it was passed for the Cat 8.
Taxi to parking via Charlie. Thank you. Have a good day. Burbank ground, Skyhawk 172 Sierra Papa at GA parking south, ready to taxi with Foxtrot.
Number 172 Sierra Papa, Burbank ground, runway 8, taxi via Charlie.
Taxi via Charlie, runway 8, 172 Sierra Papa.
For 204 Lima Echo, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 20 right, citation 204 Lima Echo. All right. Heats, ignitions. Already got the lights coming on. Let's get the spooled up here. Flaps are down. Oh yeah. Here we go. We should be off the ground at about 110.
For 10 Alpha, contact departure.
98.
Departure 10 Alpha.
Gear is coming up.
Fort Lima Echo, contact SoCal departure, see ya.
Departure, Fort Lima Echo, see ya. Over to departure and flying this thing. SoCal departure, citation 204 Lima Echo, 1,500 climbing 6,000.
For 204 Lima Echo, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 17,000.
Climb and maintain 17,000, citation 4 Lima Echo.
Good evening, William.
Good evening, Goldsy. How are you?
I am well, man. Nice to see you doing some IFR flying.
I am excited for this flight.
Not so much of a pain in my butt.
On that note, November 1210 Alpha would like to say that we are climbing to 5,300.
I don't call you 10 Alpha. Good afternoon, Las Vegas departure.
All right.
Contact, climb and
I
maintain
think we're set up, right? We got 17,000 ready to go.
110 Alpha.
We are on the
And how you doing tonight?
Oh, we're wonderful. You know,
Excellent.
just going stir crazy.
Excellent. Yeah, aren't we all?
Okay.
Got to take the bus to work tomorrow, though.
Is that it?
975 Bravo, connect SoCal.
That is, it's a little bit different climb profile than the XL.
Frequency change to
but that is
975 Bravo.
Pretty awesome.
I was not.
And Tower 735 Tango, wasn't the frequency 128.1?
As busy as it is, good thing Goldsy. Yeah,
Turn right
Goldsy
heading
loves
010,
IFR
maintain
flying.
3,000.
He's been wanting me to do this for a really long time, and
So again, please, my connection seems to be really bad today. I'm sorry for that. 734 Mike Tango.
For Mike Tango, no problem. Radar contact. Turn right heading
yeah, so
010,
he's been,
climb and maintain 3,000.
he's been
Right,
wanting me to do this for a
010,
long
climb,
time,
maintain
and I am
3,000,
very excited
734
to
Mike
be able
Tango.
to do it.
I think everyone just being home, everybody's internet connections are just getting bogged down.
Right?
0110 Alpha can confirm.
Yeah, it's happening for me too. It's happening to a lot of people.
Anybody who's in an apartment complex is screwed.
We're out in the boonies here.
Oh, you know what we didn't put on?
Like I'm in a city with gigabit fiber, and even I'm getting bogged down.
Safety.
Wow.
This flight's coming off.
Southern California approach, Warrior 975 Bravo at 6,500.
975 Bravo, SoCal approach, Ontario, altimeter 3011.
3011, 975
All right,
Bravo.
still
734 Mike Tango, you looking for the ILS, are you?
Yes, sir. ILS.
still not great, but
20 right, you can expect it.
Thank you.
feeling pretty good about my first Hero 3 departure right now.
172 Sierra Papa just departed Burbank at 1,500.
172 Sierra Papa, SoCal approach, Burbank, altimeter 3012.
3012, 172 Sierra Papa.
I mean, I'm obviously not using a checklist as well, which doesn't help any, but I've missed a couple things. I've done a couple things out of order. Overall, though, I'm pretty happy with just doing it, getting it. It's underway. I am on the. I am
Watch 210 Alpha,
on
connect, SoCal
and
approach.
flying the Hero 3.
Or sorry, LA Center 133.2.
Look at that. Right
3.2, we were just about to ask for higher. Look at that.
And then
You
we're
said
coming up to
33.2,
the
right?
Mika transition. This is where I named the mermaid, stuffed mermaid doll that I got for my goddaughter. We were right over the Mika transition in the plane, and I said I should name this thing. I should
Number
name it
1210
Mika.
Alpha LA Center, climb and maintain flight level 300.
777 Ryan. She's a great jet to fly. Yeah, dude, this livery makes all the difference in flying this plane. I actually delayed flying it for this livery. I know it might sound ridiculous, but it looks so awesome. Love it. Okay, so we're climbing. We've got a good climb rate. Anything temperatures?
104 Papa Hotel, you have an approach request at Big Bear. You're just looking for visual. For Papa Hotel, Roger, give you a turn direct towards Big Bear right now, or do you want to continue on the file route and come in from that side?
Okay, so that is all looking good.
Alright.
Altitude is set.
For 75232, connect SoCal approach 135.4.
Yeah. I love it. What's up, Amsler? It does sound pretty damn good too, doesn't it?
Okay, aircraft calling that's nothing but static. For 204 Lima Echo, connect LA Center 133.2.
33.2, 204 Lima Echo.
For 75232, connect SoCal approach 135.4.
We're looking good. Oh, we're looking good.
We are looking good, Whiteley. Thank you. And thank you, Tony. LA Center citation 204 Lima Echo 14000, climbing 17000.
For 204 Lima Echo, LA Center, climb and maintain, flight level 230.
Up to flight level 230, citation for Lima Echo.
Who was that looking for a transition through the Charlie airspace?
Going up to 23.
232, I just tried calling you 3 times to give you a frequency change, and I got no response. Connect SoCal approach 135.4.
Look at Catalina down there.
You tell him.
Airport in the sky. That's cool. This is awesome.
And 104 Papa Hotel, looking for lower.
104 Papa Hotel, descend and maintain 1000 for now.
11,000, 104 Papa Hotel, thank you.
All right. Speed is looking good. Climb rate hanging in there. Starting to come down a little bit.
For 75232 SoCal approach, Ontario altimeter 3011. And no clearance required for Charlie airspace, just talking to me allows you to fly through it. .04 Papa Hotel, fly heading 120 to kind of maintain 10.
I didn't tactically dehydrate,
and heading 120,
so I'm going to need to hit
104 Papa Hotel.
Hit the bathroom in the back here.
Climbing through transition altitude.
He said 230. Did I dyslexic? Los Angeles Center citation 204 Lima Echo. Just confirm we were cleared up to flight level 230.
All the way up to 320.
All the way up to 320 citation 204 Lima Echo. I must have missed that. Thought I read back 230, but it's possible that I didn't. Okay, thank you, Vatsim. Houston airspace is closed to all VFR traffic. Yikes.
1720 Sierra Papa connects, SoCal approach 135.4.
So is this thing? Okay, no, I have to manually do it. Manually bring it down.
Talking to myself tonight, I think. November 348 Papa Delta connects, SoCal approach 128.1.
Stupid Corona, man.
One 172 Sierra Papa connects, SoCal approach 135.4. Three 48 Papa Delta SoCal approach, the John Wayne altimeter 3014. 172 Sierra Papa, SoCal approach, roger. Let's see, Fullerton altimeter 3012. (104) Papa Hotel, Big Bear Airport, currently 1 o'clock, 13 miles.
Looking for the airport, 104 Papa Hotel.
Absolutely. Okay, Papa Delta, roger, expected. 104 Papa Hotel, flighting 160, that'll point you straight at the airport.
Alright, heading 104 Papa Hotel.
Yeah, 160 heading.
Yeah, 160 on the heading 0.
10's going to be as low as I can get
Papa
you.
Hotel.
If you can't get the field in sight in the next couple of miles, we'll get you set up for the RNAV approach there.
And we got the airport at that time, 104 Papa Hotel.
Even better. Clear visual approach into the Big Bear Airport.
Clear visual, Big Bear, 104 Papa.
348 Papa Delta, fly heading 1.
Okay, I gotta keep yanking the audio out of my microphone. My bad, guys. Sorry. Thank you for letting me know. What was I even saying? Yeah, light chop. We got 25 knot headwind all the way up there, which is relatively light, but we are going to be fighting it a little bit. And yeah, this is awesome. This is really cool. Yeah, so I wanted to, because this is a little bit more cruise time than I'm used to having in a stream. There were a few things, and I want to say that I talked about this at some point, but since we're in the plane doing this flight, I wanted to talk a little bit about my impressions of flying in a private jet for the first time, a small light jet for the first time. So Brad is a charter jet pilot, flies Citation's number of type ratings, and something that, I mean, most of you will probably know this, but it was something that I had to learn at some point. So in case you don't know this, charter pilots, charter planes don't always originate out of the airport that the plane is based out of. So in the case of the planes that Brad flies, which are based out of John Wayne, the plane might be, they might sell a trip from Van Nuys to Phoenix. So they fly the plane empty with no passengers from John Wayne to Van Nuys, pick up passengers and go Van Nuys to Phoenix, for example. And some of those empty legs, when you're brand new to that environment, can be very, very strange. What's your fit plan into... Oh, flight plan into SJC? I'll pull up the iPad. It's a pretty simple one. We're following it nicely. This is still fractionally slower than you normally taxi the PA-20. Yes.
Great Papa Delta, flighting 170, intercept the local end.
It's got rear-facing bird strike
Hotel, no traffic. Is there
radar.
on the field radar
As Brad
services are
yells.
terminated for cancellation?
So anyway,
by
they have these empty legs, which can be lengthy, empty legs, which is crazy. So what Brad had was an empty leg from John Wayne to San Jose and back. So it was empty down and back. I don't have to get a one-way commercial flight back or anything like that. So it was basically just hop in, spend a few hours up in San Jose, and then come back. It happened to actually be during the 49ers playoff game against the Vikings, so it was cool to fly in at the same time that a lot of football fans were flying in. I was still in, definitely in training mode in the 172, so I was, very fresh on VFR flying, and just flying in general, versus the hiatus that me and many others are forced to be taking right now. So I, instead of sitting back here and taking a bunch of Instagram pictures of my private jet flight, I kneeled. There's a little ridge right here. I don't know if it's in here. You can't really see it, I guess. I basically kneeled here the entire flight, just like this, the whole flight. And it's not a piston plane, so they had the audio over the speaker, so I can hear everything that's going on. I can't hear their discussions back and forth, but I hear everything that they're hearing from the radio. And Brad would just, have his head set off to on one ear, and we would just chat, and I just asked as many questions as I could about what was going on. And, it was anything from IFR stuff, flight plan systems, just kind of what they normally do in cruise, what they're thinking about when they do certain things, and it actually is really bumpy up here, isn't it? So I tried to get as much out of the flight, even though it was just a 50-minute flight, as I could, and ask as many questions as I could, because it's a very rare and cool opportunity. But the couple things that I realized from just and this might seem very dude, I was on my knees the entire time. Like, the entire time. My knees were sore the next day. That's how much I was on my knees. It was hilarious. But and I helped Brad with the pre-flight and did some stuff that a normal passenger wouldn't do. But to be able to get to park your car, walk onto a jet, and then taxi, and then blast out of there and be in San Jose in 50 minutes is unbelievable. Is it, 20 times, or maybe even more in some cases, 20 times worth, the commercial ticket? It totally depends on your ability to pay for that, but it changes your outlook on travel for sure. It's very weird.
348 pop.
Iron Condor, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome everybody. So that sensation was very cool and odd, because it is a jet. So even though I'm taxiing out of the same spot that I do in the 172, everything other than the IFR clearance stuff, everything John Wayne ground wise was almost identical to what I do all the time, but it was in a jet, and there is a different sensation to doing that, being at that airport, being in a jet that's not a commercial airliner. The next thing that really was weird, looking at it from a flying pilot's perspective, is taking off. Not only is the acceleration off of, from a standstill crazy, but the sensation of the pitch angle and the fact that you're accelerating through a pitch angle that for a single engine piston, and particularly a 172, someone used to 172 pitch angles, it feels like you're going to stall. And you can know that it's coming, know that it's different, know that, yeah, we're going to be accelerating at a pitch angle of, I can't remember what it was, 10 degrees or something. What's up, Chad? How's that climb rate? It's not good right now. It is not good right now. It's just like so freaking slow. We could probably pull that down a little bit. But it's just when you're so used to training in a 172, you can't explain that sensation when you're in kind of like pilot mode versus sitting in the back, just looking out the window doing the New York Times crossword puzzle or whatever. It feels like you're gonna fall out of the sky. Did you know that if you can't maintain 500 foot per minute climb, you're required to let ATC know? I actually did know that, and I just wasn't watching. Oh, now we're gonna... I should probably
10 Alpha connect,
put it in
center,
vertical speed instead of
127.45 connect.
2745, yep.
Airspeed. It was always fun to watch people's reactions when they got into a Baron for the first time and it climbed at 3,000 feet per minute and 20 degrees pitch up. It's very strange. And again, there's no amount of like, hey, this is a jet, it's going to go really fast and we're going to climb out super fast. Like you totally get it. Understood, man. Obviously, it's a jet. They're super fast and got it. But until you actually, and I'm like sitting at the front end of the airplane, kind of, I'm buckled in, sitting down, buckled in, but kind of like
you bastard. That was going to be funny.
Speaking of, kind of like squished in there a little bit. So I'm not up front, but I'm also not in the back, and it's just like you can't prepare yourself for that. I'm just gonna go into vertical speed mode and see what vertical speed mode. We're almost there, but why is that thing not... that does not work. Let's do it now, I guess. I was at
LA Center, Skyhawk
225, but it was not liking that at all.
211 Whiskey Papa. LA Center, go ahead.
Yeah, we finished our Grand
And
Canyon
I obviously
tour, and
didn't
we're
do
now
any
direct Las
calculations
Vegas.
before
Like
we
to
took
pick
off.
up an IFR clearance this evening.
211 Whiskey Papa, Roger, I have nothing on file for you.
Yeah, it was...
Roger.
It was not stoked that it was like at 400 feet per minute. We're almost there. We're gonna eke out the last little bit here. Probably even cheat. No idea what Coronado does for power settings on the way up, but I can tell you IRL, I'd be shitting a brick with that ITT.
Two-5-2-1-8 Foxtrot, SoCal departure, radar contact at Burbank, altimeter 3012.
It's almost there. But the other thing that's really shocking too, again coming from a
5218 Foxtrot,
single
right
engine
outside the Bravo.
piston,
For now, I have your request. You can expect it.
Is the smoothness of it. I mean, it is literally turbine smooth because it's obviously a turbine. But just being up there, and this is, looking at it from the cockpit area, I don't really have any thoughts on being in the back of the jet other than it's unbelievable to forego all of the usual commercial travel nonsense. But it is
975 Bravo.
Just like an unbelievable
on you
vantage
about
point.
30 minutes ago.
I remember reading on the performance chart with P3D
Okay, no problem. It just
that for every
didn't pop up
5,000
mode
feet,
C. It
your
must be
indicated
primary
airspeed
target. In
decreases
either
5
case,
knots
radar
for
service
this,
terminated
for this
frequency change
citation. 25-minute leg. Awesome flight. Have a good one, man. That's exciting.
Center, Skyhawk 211 Whiskey Papa, IFR on file, McCarran.
Well, it's doing 500 feet
wouldn't
per
really
minute
call
right
it
now
an
at
IFR
200.
On file, the routing is blank, but you're clear to the Las Vegas airport via the Boulder City viewer. That's Bravo Lima Delta direct, maintain.
So it'll get there.
Clear to
Yeah, we
McCarran
started at
via the
225 and it
Boulder,
just kept.
VOR direct,
I
107.
didn't manage it. I just kept it at the
Coppery
airspeed.
back correct.
I would assume maybe, Brad, that this thing just can't maintain that climb speed.
We're 5218 Fox.
The higher you
clear
get,
to DLA Bravo airspace, southbound coastal route,
maybe.
maintain 5,500.
225 indicated minus 1 knot per 1,000 feet. Most people stop at 200. Okay. Yeah. Coyodino?
54678 SoCal.
That is
approach,
our
radar contact,
second
climb and
route.
maintain 5,000.
Okay, I think we're up. We made it. Oh yeah. Good Lord, look at that.
The 313 November SoCal departure, radar contact.
Holy S, dude.
That looks pretty awesome. That was really, really awesome. Man, it is for sure bumpy. What's up, Cool Camaro? Happy Monday. Is it that loud locally?
54678, turn right direct Seal Beach.
Not really. I will limit the outside.
211 Whiskey Papa, connect LA Center 124.85.
I just followed. I've been a lurker on YouTube for a bit. Got into X-Plane a couple months ago. Cool Camaro, nice man. Well, I appreciate you checking out the stream live. That is, to me, that is super cool because I started the YouTube channel first, and the fact that anybody finds a video on YouTube and is able to join live is super cool because it's awesome being able to chat live versus in the lovely world of the YouTube comment section. So, welcome and thanks for following and joining. But yeah, it was. I've obviously seen Brad at work in various respects, and in times when he's flown the Bonanza and really had to do some work in that plane. It's super cool, and I know what he's gonna say in the chat, and don't listen to him. He is a liar. But it's super cool to see everything that your instructor, and him obviously being my instructor, tells you in practice in a professional setting like this, where, I mean, it is jets flying at, you know, high speeds, super high up and into big airports. And it was just awesome. It was super cool to see him handle that jet, handle the situation. And it was a pretty simple flight. Like, it didn't seem like anything weird happened. The weather was fine. I think there was one vector for traffic because, again, we were flying in during NFL playoffs, so there was a lot of traffic coming in, just a big conga line. So other than that, you know, this is a pretty straightforward flight into San Jose, and especially landing 3 zeros. I mean, it's just, you're straight in, no problem at all. And it was awesome. I mean, it really did make me think about what it would be like to do. And it's such a rare opportunity, and I am super thankful to Brad for bringing me along on that flight, because I came back from it. I mean, Julia will just be like, dude, he didn't shut up about it for a week, because it was just like unbelievable. Like, I will never forget that flight, because it was a side of aviation that I knew was there. You can replicate it in the sim, which we're doing pretty accurately. I mean, down to just the view. I mean, this is what it freaking looks like, and it's, you know, even more gorgeous when you know it's real. But I mean, this sim does a pretty damn good job. Like, that's pretty wild. That is really, really wild right there. Oh my god. So, you know, it's not something that you can't get close to, you know, replicating. But again, seeing aviation put to use to this level was just freaking awesome. And it's inspiring and aspiring to think about the stuff you can do. And man, if you're in a position to you know, work through getting your ratings to get to this point, man, I don't think you'll be disappointed by
211 Whiskey
how
Papa,
cool
Connect
it is,
Las
for
Vegas
sure.
approach 133.95.
The engines, like the GE Gen X engines, are something like 8-1, right?
For 520 Fox,
did I miss
SoCal
something?
approach 134.9er.
I just make it up as I go. So as soon as I get the next frequency, I am going to need to hit the head. And this flight's moving along. I mean, it's not a very long flight, which is cool.
5218 Foxtrot, SoCal approach, Chile, altimeter 3015. Scott 211 westbound at Vegas approach, Vegas for 3012. Information, Charlie is current. Expect a visual approach, runway 19 right.
Let's see if they have the view from the toilet in the sim. I don't know if this one's got the window. No. Yeah. So in the Excel, there's actually a window right there, and the view is pretty amazing.
This is SoCal approach, check your frequency.
I'm gonna let him know that we're stepping away for a minute. There's no such thing.
XL 88 clear to Palmdale.
There's no such broad thing as private jet engine. LA Center, citation 204 Lima Echo. We're going to step away for just a minute.
Pulling back your rod.
We'll be back before Oakland.
Excellent, affirmative, cleared at Palmdale. Number 211 Whiskey Papa, turn right heading 260, vectors to final.
There's Oceano, which I also got a picture of
Air Canada 306.
When we were flying there.
Radar contact.
You can spot Pismo Beach from the frickin'
And who had the IFR
space
request?
station.
Number 767 Charlie, photograph, standby. Gulfstream 13 November, contact. Correction. Vision 13 November, contact, SoCal approach 128.1.
LA Center, citation 204 Lima Echo, back with you.
Percent 5232, SoCal, good evening, squawk 7335. Seven tree 5. Up 232, the squawk code is 7335. Number 767 Charlie Lima, what is your entire request?
Golsey, have a great night, man. It's a pleasure as always hearing your silky smooth voice checking in. I was actually not expecting that.
Papa Roger, thank you.
And was very pleasantly surprised.
Vision 313 number SoCal approach, altimeter 3014.
Alright, we're going to be probably on
November 112 Alpha.
Oakland Center at some
Burbank Tower. You said you're ready to depart? Number 42 Alpha. Normally 157 take off, plane 180 at 8.
So I'm going to preemptively get that in there.
Or 75232 meter contact at 9 miles.
Okay, so
Airport Terror altimeter 3011. Resume appropriate VFR altitude. Say destination.
Yeah, back in the NFL playoffs when this happened, and like I said when we started, I didn't want to recreate the stream without having a better handle on how to operate the plane, which I now have an idea of how to fly it even enough to just get the flight done, because I wanted to not be fumbling with the plane while doing this flight, because, and especially now that we're all on lockdown, I am like having physical reactions to not being able to fly for a couple of different reasons, and the weather's now finally nice. Like today's gorgeous out. This is real world weather, so I mean it's just like perfect.
Fly heading 230.
And
radar vectors,
being able to recreate these flights in the simulator
Santa Monica, direct
is
Van Nuys,
amazing
direct.
for just
Maintain
reliving
2000, expect
some of these
4000,
experiences.
5
So
minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk
it's
7254.
interesting to me to be able to recreate it, but at this right now, given the current situation, man, it's a huge like energizer for me to think back on this flight, and being at the airport, being in the plane.
767 Charlie, now you're back,
Man,
correct?
it's so cool.
November 211 Whiskey Papa.
I saw a video
contact
today on
approach
Instagram.
135.0.
I don't even remember what it was. It was just like somebody landing.
Air Canada 306, contact Los Angeles Center, 134.65.
This like just made me so sad.
Bill 313, remember to
just
send
want to
and
fly
maintain
so bad,
6,000.
but thank God for flight simulators.
Oh, it's Center Fox 71
We
Kilo
are
Charlie. Need about 2 or 3
getting
minutes. Step over here.
close.
Who wants to step away? Was that Kilo Charlie?
So I'm gonna
Alright, we're 71 Kilo Charlie.
set up for the ILS for the left side.
Bird 54678, SoCal approach 135.4.
So it's 30 left.
Los Angeles Center,
And
got
there's the
206 with you, 180.
Air Canada 306, LA flight, maintain flight level 230.
Up to 230 now, Air Canada 306.
10.9.
Number 54678, contact SoCal approach 135.4.
10.9 is the ILS. Okay, so that's in there. 10.9. And the course
Number
is
1234, San Luis Tower.
3.
Make straight in for runway 29er, report a 3-mile final.
Now let's check out
Number 211 with South of Las Vegas, post Vegas altimeter
Plate
3012.
the arrivals.
Turn
So
right,
Marcos
heading
is
in
right there.
270.
Robbie, turbojet vertical navigation planning information. Expect flight level 200. Sweet. Then Salinas looks like it's whatever. And then down to 8,000 for.
5 rubber, set tower, runway 27, clear for takeoff. And are you a
for
warrior
Gilroy.
or an arrow?
So 8,000 at Gilroy. Okay.
For 75 Bravo, are you a warrior or an arrow?
Iron Condor. Goldsy's pretty easy one to spot.
Destination ATIS is 126.95.
He's the one that just crushes it all the time. Alright, let's get.
1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know your position, sir. You said, what airport did you take off at?
2695. Nope.
For 1, 2, 3, 4, are you, what's your heading right now?
1, 2, 3, 4. That's so funny.
1, 2, 3, 4, Roger. Well, San Luis Airport is to the north of Oceano area, so what you probably should do is follow the shoreline to the north, and then just before the shoreline cuts off to the west, you simply just go north. As soon as it cuts off to the west, and you should see the airport pretty easily.
Altitude, and if flight following is requested, read back all
For
runway
XL 88 is going to maintain 7,000.
5 on initial contact, you have information, Charlie. San Jose International Airport. ATIS information, Charlie. 00530. Wind 310 at 11.
November 42 Alpha, we'll take a squawk on code, squawk 2243, 2243.
Few clouds at 13,000. Temperature 17. Dew point 9er.
November 54678, SoCal approach.
Arriving and departing runway 30 left. 30 right. Visual
November
approaches in use.
54678, SoCal approach.
3026.
Alright guys, I'm talking. Alright, let me work my airplanes here, okay? Stand by please. For 54678, SoCal approach, how do you hear?
We are now in.
For 54678, I can't hear you if you're trying to talk to me. If you hear the transmission, I didn't. For 54678.
Yeah, this is like a perfect
Ident is observed.
flight length.
Try SoCal approach on 135.4, 135.4. If you can't get a hold of them, expect the ILS runway 6 approach in San Bernardino. For 5218 Foxtrot, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
Oh man, he's getting beat up right now.
Number 1142 Alpha, you're squawking the wrong code, squawk 2243. Number 1 Whiskey Papa, descend and maintain 5,000. And number 1 Whiskey Papa, turn right heading 290. Air Canada 306, contact Los Angeles Center 133.2 for higher.
33.2 now, Air Canada 306.
Number 204 Lima Echo, contact Oakland Center 127.45.
2745 for Lima Echo.
LA Center, Air Canada 306 with you, flight level 230.
Air Canada 306, LA, climb maintain pump.
Oh, ZLA was
Yeah, pending at 576,
a mess.
1,900 for flight level 230.
United 576, Santa, climb and maintain, flight level 310.
Flight level 310, at 576.
Balance 4, Juliet Romeo, contact Oakland Center 132.2.
Okay, that's 13.2 for Juliet Romeo.
132.32.2.
2.2 for Juliet Romeo.
Oakland Center, good evening. Citation 20 for Lima Echo, flight level 320.
Station 20 for Lima Echo, Oakland Center, good evening, cross Goalie. At and maintain, flight level 200.
Down to 200 at Goalie, citation 20 for Lima Echo.
15,000 feet.
Balance 5 for Juliet Romeo, Oakland Center. Reading altimeter 3018.
3018, Reading altimeter for Juliet Romeo.
Duke 141, contact tower 127.2.
Something like that. Okay, so we got Goalie 220. And we've got the ILS 430 left, ready to go. It's a 306 course. So we'll get that ready to go. Once we're vectors. Can I? Okay, that does center. All right. There we go. All right. I think that is.
Albuquerque Center, Southwest 6 to 63.
I think that's okay.
22 miles west of Borger, flight level 400.
Southwest 653 Albuquerque Center, thanks for patience, clock 4521.
So if you look at the plate for this,
4521, South 663.
we've got the
Southwest 653.
so here's Goalie.
5 miles northwest of Panhandle.
So we'll confirm if he said 200. He might have said 200.
400.
Go to Vegas as filed, maintain flight level 400, Southwest 663.
Southwest 663, change to my frequency 134.6.
134.6, Southwest 663.
Oakland Center, citation 204 Lima Echo. Just confirm we're going down to flight level 200.
Citation for Lima Echo, 200 at Goalie.
Alright, 200 at goalie, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Albuquerque Center, Southwest 663, flight level 400.
As Brad would say, small citations, if you're flying it single pilot, you need third hand.
Number 76, November crossplane at well above 4,000.
Okay. Where is Monterey?
34 approach.
Right up there, right? Some of the best driving roads in the world are through some of these mountains.
118.45.
My God.
Over to Toro 118.45, service terminated, 3 California Whiskey.
There's one somewhere over here that's just freaking crazy. I think it's like the 133 or something.
Cherokee C539 Whiskey Northbound Tower and V22. Clear to land, wind 170 at 10. So there is my mistake on V23, clear to land. Number 10 Alpha contact local approach 120.95.
2095.
Brad, what point do you turn the yaw damper off? It's like when you turn off the autopilot, right? Wasn't that what you said? Like autopilot and yaw damper kind of are both on at the same time? Short final.
Runway 30 left approach.
As late as possible, okay. That's one of those, like, in the sim, it's probably like, because you have to go from like on short final to like looking down there, whereas in the real plane you probably just reach your hand down and just click it without even like looking up, right? Binding that to a key would probably be helpful. Oh, is it on big red button? Oh, so the red button on the yoke is the yaw damper, and the smaller one is the autopilot. That is really nice. Yeah, so I should
5 Black Mike, clear to Northbound Airport. Tracking to departure. Then head transition, then as filed. Climb,
oh, it's both autopilot and yaw damper. Okay.
Departure frequency.
Alright.
135.1.
So that helps.
13620. Is that correct? Number 4 Lima Echo contact local approach 121.3.
21.3 citation for Lima Echo. 21.3. NorCal approach, good evening, citation 204 Lima Echo, flight level 210 down to 200.
Station 204 Lima Echo, local approach, descend and maintain 8,000, San Jose altimeter 3026, advise when you have information, Charlie.
Alright, down to 8,000. We'll let you know we have Charlie, citation 204 Lima Echo.
United 576, contact Oakland Center 132.95.
Dude, this is a
2.95, yeah, 576.
this is a fun downhill.
United 372,
Big red buttons both. If you only want to get rid of the autopilot, you hit the trip switch. Is that because this one's labeled AP, and this one says AP trim disconnect. That one doesn't. Oh no, I guess it is clickable. No, it's not clickable. So the trip switch is just this one, right? So that if you want just the AP, you click that. Oh, trim. Okay. If you only want to get rid of the autopilot, people hit the trim switch.
Row 26, arriving and departing runway 30 left.
Oh, sorry, we already got. I did get Charlie. Okay.
Even total departure 135.1, 3510, otherwise read back connect.
NorCal approach, citation 204 Lima Echo. We have information Charlie at San Jose.
Cherokee Skyline Whiskey taxi to parking via Alpha Bravo, this frequency, have a good day. Station Florida Echo, expect ILS runway 30 left approach.
Expecting ILS 30. Actually, can we make it the left side? ILS for 30 left, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Station Florida Echo, expect that.
Okay.
Oakland turning at 576, flight level 275 for 310.
United 576, Oakland Center, roger. Normal 299 Alpha Tango, local approach, Madeira, altimeter 3023. Altimeter 3023, 23.
Transition altitude. Nearest altimeter 3026.
Check that out, ForeFlight. Thank you for that. It's awesome. That's a good feeling when the automated thing is yelling at you to do something and you're in the middle of doing it. There's Monterey. Oh, we might be right over Laguna Seca. Oh, where you at, Laguna? You see it from inside? No, we might be directly over it. Right. No. Somewhere back there. Right over Salinas right now. Actually, it's a very helpful call out. Yeah, it's awesome. But I am extra happy that I was thinking about it and did it before she yelled at me. That's a good feeling. God, this is so pretty. By the time we got up here, I want to say the clouds, it was like pretty scattered clouds, and we might actually get a little weather update here. Right now it's showing absolutely nothing, but
Number 1210 Alpha
I think we might be looking at some clouds. It's saying few at 900 right now at San Jose.
Number 8 Charlie Sierra Chico altimeter 30.
Information Charlie 0053 Zulu. Wind 310 at 11. Visibility 10.
No, we're too far north.
At 900.
It's right back where
Monterey
Monterey
is. 3,700. Few clouds at 13,000.
Number 121 Alpha, local approach.
2.9er. Altimeter 3026. Arrive at
valley
runway
behind.
30 left, 30 right. Visual approach is in use. ILS runway 30 left approach in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, have information Charlie. San Jose International Airport, ATC information Charlie. 0053 Zulu. Wind 310 at 11. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 9 or 100. Few clouds at 3,700. Few clouds at 13,000. Temperature 1.
So we're probably not going to get much, but it's probably going to be a good idea given how ridiculous X-Plane's clouds are, that if we take the autopilot off, if it looks like it's visual, like there's no clouds in front of us, there might be like a phantom cloud that will decide to pop in, which is super not fun.
Station 4, Lima Echo, proceed direct Clyde, cross Clyde at above 4,000, clear ILS runway 30 left approach.
Direct Clyde at or above 4,000, it intercepts ILS 30 left, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Station 4 Lima Echo, traffic to clock 3 miles northwestbound, altitude indicates 10,600.
Alright, we'll be looking for that traffic, citation 4 Lima Echo. So there's the intercept for that. Okay.
Number 10 Alpha, reduce speed to 250, then continue descent. Number 1210 Alpha, reduce speed to 250.
All right, so if I go into heading mode, so just, I mean, other than the wind moving us around, I'm just gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that there. Leave that there. Once we get a little bit closer. 12 miles out. 306. We have airport. I think that's the airport in sight there.
Station 4 Lima Echo, maintain present speed until Clyde, then 180 knots until HEVAC.
Present speed until Clyde, and then we'll be down to 180 knots, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Number 10 Alpha, clear ILS, runway 30 left approach, maintain 210 knots now until Clyde, then 180 knots until HEVAC.
She comes bearing food.
Number 10 Alpha, IFR cancellation received. Remain this frequency for Class Charlie transition.
have a tiny bit of time once we hit Clyde to get this thing.
CBM 915, Mike. San Francisco ground, runway 28 right.
Set up for the
Taxi
NLS.
via Charlie, hold short to runway 1 left. Hold short to runway 1 left. Number 105, are you still going to San Jose or are you going to go somewhere else? Roger. Number 1121 Bravo, San Francisco ground. Runway 28 right, taxi via Charlie, hold short to runway 1 left.
Oh yeah, see some of these clouds are starting to pop in.
176 November, change to advisory frequency approved. Report cancellation very far. In the air this frequency, on the ground 122.2.
Okay, that 180. Okay, everybody back there, shut up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the shut the f up sign. So please, be seated.
Thank you, Maria. Perfect timing, Ryan. Thank you.
Number 10 for Mike, straight in to runway 30 left.
Okay.
Number 10, so do you need more room to lose some altitude or are you going to be straight in now? Roger. Number 5, Mike, cross runway 1 left and right at Charlie. Station 4, Lima Echo, contact tower 124.0.
24-0, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Number 10 for traffic is 11 o'clock, 3 miles, same direction. Citation descending through 3000, number 1, ahead of you.
San Jose Tower, citation 204 Lima Echo, 8 mile final, 30 left ILS.
10 for therefore 30 left as well. November 10 for contact tower 124.0. 124.0.
Oh.
Station 204 Michael, San Jose Tower runway 10 left, clear to land.
Clear to land to 30 left, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Number 2 on Bravo, cross runway 1 left and right at Charlie.
Is it not coming down?
Repeat again for 2-1 with Bravo.
2-1 Bravo, cross runway 1 left and right at Charlie.
Crossing the ones at Charlie, 2-1 Bravo.
Screw it. That was undoubtedly something that I did, but figure that out later. No, it was armed. It was armed. I think I was screwing with the vertical speed and it knocked it out of it.
Number 1210
1 mile,
Alpha,
final
down.
runway 30 left.
Tower number 1210 Alpha, final 30 left.
I just want you have a bit too much background noise. I'm having to repeat myself constantly over it. Change to runway 30 right, runway 30 right, clear to land.
30 right, number 1210 Alpha.
Would you come in right?
500.
500.
Central land 30 right, number 110 Alpha.
Number 4, you're from I requesting 13,000 for cruise.
3 green, flaps down, lights on.
Number 4, you're from Roger, descend and maintain 13,000. Chico altimeter 3022.
My view wasn't wasn't lined up.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
.27 November, IFA cancellation received, squawk VFI, have a good day.
Thanks, Chad.
Station 4 Echo, turn left, taxi to parking via Juliet, Victor, monitor ground, have a good day.
Alright, left taxi, parking via Juliet, monitoring ground, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Southwest 653, contact Denver Center 127.02.
Left via Juliet. What? Alright, we're gonna get a taxi down to Atlantic. Where are we off?
Number 10 Alpha, turn left at Juliet, that's next second left.
San Jose ground, citation 204 Lima Echo. We're actually taxiing down to Atlantic.
Citation 204 Lima Echo, on the ground, Atlantic via Juliet, Victor.
Juliet Victor to Atlantic, citation 204 Lima Echo. Yeah, thanks, Below. It floated a little bit. I know what I did on the approach. I am almost certain I know what I did. And I will not do that again. I will not touch it. Okay, we're gonna go. See, what are you doing in San Jose today? Everything's closed.
TBM 915.
We're picking up somebody and we're heading back to John Wayne.
TBM 915, Mike, San Francisco Tower, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
28 right, clear for takeoff, 5 my 1.
Number 10 Alpha, close runway 30 left at Juliet, taxi departure via Victor, monitor ground, have a good day.
Okay.
Cross 30 left and follow that other citation number 110 Alpha.
Ryan, honestly, I did not even look. I just had it set at 98 and just let it do its thing. I was not paying attention to that. Does ForeFlight must have the ability to switch to Mach, right? Or is it just no? It wouldn't. Never mind. Forget it. This is not a great scenery necessarily, but it definitely feels like San Jose.
Bozeman Tower and 372 lost columns are heading on a left downwind for runway 30.
Alright, so yeah, this is
San Francisco Tower, TBM 121 Bravo, holding short runway 28 right.
Really recognizable, but you can kind of tell like where things are supposed to be.
Got it, 372, Bozeman Tower, wind 220 at 4. Runway 30, clear to land.
Like this is definitely where Atlantic is supposed to be, and that's, I guess, the X-plane.
Number 1121 Bravo, San Francisco Tower, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
The X-plane version of FBO, generic FBO.
Got it, 370 early, I did switch in time, and I think you got out of range. So it wasn't for lost comms, you just got out of frequency range. If that ever happens, feel free to use any frequency that's in your area on the high altitude chart.
Roger, 372, actually, to be honest, I could barely understand anything you just said, but I'll talk to you about it once I'm on the ground, if that's possible.
Roger.
Pretty good. Okay, we're gonna get this thing parked. We're gonna grab
Number 5, Mike, contact local departure.
We're gonna grab our passenger here.
Departure, 5 my bike.
So we'll get this thing opened up. Nope. This thing opened up here. We'll do a little shotgun load up.
TBM 915.
All right, thanks, Brad.
Departure,
thanks for
clear direct dead head, climb and maintain flight level
helping out as usual. That was freaking sweet. And this leg should be much quicker.
Number 8, Charlie Sierra Santa Rosa, altimeter 3028.
Okay, yeah, that's what we just did. Tailwind 310.
Land 4, Juliet Romeo, contact local approach 127.4.
Okay, we'll do 310.
Then 5 for Juliet Romeo local approach. Sacramento altimeter 3023. Level 21 Bravo, contact local departure.
Contact departure, down Bravo. There. And what do we got here? And that looks good there as well. Alright. So this one is, yeah, cool Camaro, this is for flight. So I'm going to pull up, I'm going to get this filed first. So I'm going to do that really quick here. And then you can look at this, this departure, which is kind of tricky, I think. And our route is going to be
United 576, contact Oakland Center 127.45.
Okay. Flight plan is filed. Have you used Garmin Pilot before? No, I have not used Garmin Pilot. No, but below minimums uses something. Okay, so we're
previously was static only, no more.
ready to get this dude going here. Real quick turnaround. Delivery is 18-0, and I wish I had my panel.
United Dutch 372, taxi to gate via Alpha. This frequency, have a good day.
Taxi gate via Alpha, made it to the United 372.
Let's see. San Jose clearance, citation 204 Lima, Echo, information Charlie, IFR, John Wayne.
Citation 204, Lima, Echo, San Jose clearance, advise the proper code for citation is C550, not S550. Clear to John Wayne Airport, take a 3 departure, eBay transition, then as filed, climb the AC, except maintain 5000, departure frequency 121.3, squawk 1303.
Clear to John Wayne Airport via the Trekkie 3 and eBay transition, then as filed. Climb via the SID, except maintain 5000. Departure frequency 213, squawking 1303, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Citation 4 Echo is correct, and verify, are you RVSM capable?
Negative RVSM, citation 4 Lima Echo.
Citation 4 in this case, expect the final cruise altitude flight level 290.
Alright, 290, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Tower, United 372, just a reminder, what were you saying that was on the downwind leg?
United 372, earlier when you lost comms, I think you just went out of range of the previous frequency. I did not switch you to the new frequency in time. So if you ever go out of range and cannot reach ATC on previous frequency, feel free to use any of the published frequencies from the chart. In your case,
doesn't look like anything, does it?
High altitude IFR chart.
Okay, Roger, we'll keep it in mind next time.
We'll go back to that.
No worries, sorry about the
flight plan.
Flight change.
We got Kilo, Sierra, Juliet, Charlie.
Portland clearance, November 172, Mike Yankee.
Number 172, Mike Yankee, Portland clearance.
John Wayne.
To Mike Yankee, looking for VFR departure to the south with information Zulu. We are a Piper 28 Romeo.
Out of San Jose, 30 left. And we're going to get the Techie 3 with the eBay transition. Execute
Yankee.
that. Departure,
Departure frequency
arrival, John
118.1.
Wayne.
Clock
20 right, ILS. And the
departure frequency will be 18.1 and squawk 7243 for 2 Mike Yankee.
Correct. TBM 5, Mike, climbing maintain, flight level 230, contact local center 132.95.
Okay, so Techie looks good. And
230.
then after eBay, then we'll put all these points in there. So it is Burgle. Link.
Portland ground, November 172, Mike Yankee, ready to taxi. We're at the northeast ramp.
November 172, Mike Yankee, Portland ground, runway 28 right, taxi Alpha.
28 right via Alpha to Mike Yankee.
November 915, Mike, Oakland Center, climbing maintain, flight level 300. November 21 Bravo, climbing maintain, flight level 230, contact Oakland Center 132.95.
That. Almost there. And it is. And then where are we at? No, it did not load in correctly. Depart the arrival. So if I do there, then there, will that work?
TBM 112 Bravo, Oakland Center, climbing maintain, flight level 300.
Yep, that did it. Vector, and then, yep, okay. So that worked. Sweet. All those points should be on your arrival. Yeah, they should. Or does this FMS not do the star? It just wasn't. I think I did it in the wrong order, Ryan. I think I selected it backwards. So that should be better. Okay, so our passengers are in. Let's shut the main door. Let's get this thing. We're gonna be up to 290, so we're gonna update that. It's there. Pressure, we want that in the middle. So we need air as well. Whoops. Okay. We need to look at the Techie 3 because I have heard that this gets screwed up. It's a sharp turn, and we need to be at 5,000. And I have heard that there is a lot of people that blow right through that. And that turn, the pilot that flew the return leg on that did that turn by hand, and it was freaking perfect. Your FMS should have had only the one discontinue, and it would have been at Burgle if it was not the POS. If it was not the PS default one. It is the POS default one. Alright. Let's get flipped over to ground. And we're going to be 306 on the way out of here. We're going to be on GPS.
Portland Tower, November 172, Mike Yankee, short of 28 right for south departure.
So there's that.
Number 172 Mike, Yankee, Portland Tower. Turn left, heading 170, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
We're going to get
Left
nav
heading
mode,
170,
altitude
clear for takeoff,
set.
28 right, 2 Mike Yankee.
Should do it. 225. We'll keep that there and just keep an eye on that on the climb up as well. Do a better job at managing the climb. San Jose ground, citation 204 Lima Echo at Atlantic, taxi.
Station 204 Lima Echo. San Jose ground, runway 30 left at Bravo. Taxi via Victor, Charlie, Bravo. Advise when you have information, Charlie.
Alright, Victor, Charlie, Bravo, 30 left. We've got information, Charlie, citation 204 Lima Echo. Alright, we didn't shut her down. That looks pretty badass. All right, now this will probably be the first real time that I've done this approach into John Wayne, like fully, and this is what I see flying over my house all of the time. So this is gonna be freaking awesome. Check the versus. Sounds good. San Jose ground, citation 204 Lima Echo. We're turning right onto Whiskey just to confirm to get onto Bravo.
For Lima Echo, it's from Victor, Charlie, Whiskey, Bravo.
All right, Victor, Charlie, Whiskey, Bravo, 30 left, citation 204 Lima Echo. Cleared to the left. Cleared to the right.
2 Mike Yankee under contact departure, good day.
Over to departure, see it.
Oh yeah, come on, center line. Yeah. All right. The more comfortable I get with this plane, the better it's going to be. So flaps are set. Trim
172 Mike Yankee on the departure altimeter 298.
Trim is set. Alright, the thing that I'm really going to be careful about is making sure the altitude is correct here. So there we got 5,000, we got altitude select as on. We're going to be on vertical speed, and that should be it. Okay. Hilarious. That's a pretty plane. God, I love it. Okay, so it's 24-0. And then what was our departure? 21-3. Cool. Nobody's coming down, so we're pretty much cleared to go. San Jose Tower, citation 204 Lima Echo, information Charlie, holding short 30 left at Charlie.
204 Lima Echo, San Jose Tower, runway 30 left at Bravo, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 30 left at Bravo, citation 204 Lima Echo. I said at Charlie, I meant at Bravo. Okay, so we got lights, heats, ignitions. Nope. Nope. He let me off on that one. Alright, now we're good to go. Lights, camera, action. That's why you do that. See if we can spot where the stadium is.
Approaching runway 30 left. Entered runway 30 left. 10,100 feet remaining.
That sounds so awesome.
Go somewhere else. The 2 Mike Yankee leaving Charlie airspace. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR frequency change approved.
Yikes. Come on, bud. Climb, you pig.
4 Lima Echo, contact departure, good flight.
Departure, citation 204 Lima Echo, thanks. NorCal departure, citation 204 Lima Echo, 2000, climbing 5,000.
Over 204 Lima Echo, NorCal departure, radar contact, climb to SID, accept, maintain flight level 190.
Climb via the SID, accept, maintain 190, citation 204 Lima Echo. So much for the altitude restriction.
Before Lima Echo, verify it's climb via the SID, accept, maintain flight level 190.
Yeah, affirmative. Climb via the SID, accept, maintain 190, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Thanks.
Come on back. Come on back. Alright. Where's the vertical speed? Let's get that thing going. We're almost there. Yep.
Unit 576, contact Delhi Center 13.2. Unit 576, contact LA Center 133.2.
So there's the 5,000, right? Okay. Now we're up. Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, because it's at or above 13,000. So yeah, we can just go, we can just rock it up. But that that 5,000 restriction is the one that supposedly gives people the trouble. All right, let's try this out. Yeah, and it's like, I mean, I knew, I was like told to look out for it specifically, both in the real flight and by Marcus actually. How many people get caught out by that departure, which is right here. So when he said, so you know, this is our departure, right? Awesome. There's a turnout. I don't know what you want to call this, spit-ins, whatever it is. Yeah, I've had to write pretty good amount of people up for that 5,000 restriction. I usually delete them, but that one is important because it keeps everyone below the SFO finals. Yeah. You should look for altitude speed restrictions on every IFR flight. That 5,000 is there because of the... Yeah. Anyway, so that the two lines on either side of the 5,000 means you got to be at that. So when you're told climb via the SID, except whatever, it's including that in there. And I can see where it's very easy to go, oh, all right, sweet, I'm up to 19,000. All right. But that's definitely not the case. And then this just means at or above. So as long as we're cleared up to 190, you know, flight level 190, we're okay. So that is the exception, I guess, is right here. And you know, here, I mean, it's flight level 270. We're not. We're gonna stop before that. So you were just looking at the SJC ones. Yeah, it's yeah. Apparently, this is, you know, this gets a lot of people. So we did it, and we were not yelled at, which is lovely. We'll be going up to 190, and then we're just cruising down. At Phoenix, we say climb via the SID, except maintain 8,000 because our departures cross under the arrival path, where the arrivals are at 9,000. Except maintain 8,000 because our departures cross under the arrival path. Okay. 5,000 inclined to 8,000. Is that our 225? Yeah, so that's our 225 climb out. We can just like kind of slowly start ticking that down a little bit. I'm not going to really calculate that at all, but that'll keep the climb coming when we're already at 14. We've got the altitude armed. Fan-freaking-tastic. What's up, Chris? You're on PE now? Are you flying right now? It's very quiet on NorCal. A little too quiet. You're up around Portland, nice. Some good. It's definitely not like it was on.
Farley Echo, Canic Center 127.45.
2745, citation 204 Lima Echo. But there's still 32 pilots. Oh, 35. That's 35. Oakland Center, good evening. Citation 204 Lima Echo, flight level 180, climbing flight level 190. Oh, what the hell? Oh, that was right. Oh, it was 2745. Oakland Center, citation 204 Lima Echo, flight level 190.
204 Lima Echo, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 290.
290, citation 204 Lima Echo. Thank you. Pitch for the moon. Oh, Austin, that was you. Thank you, Austin. Well, I hope you feel better, man. And I hope you're not discriminated against for any ailments. You know, if anybody coughs right now, it's like you've got the plague.
54 Juliet Romeo, contact NorCal approach 120.905.
I was just at Walmart, someone behind me sneezed and I literally ran. That's really funny.
Number 4 Juliet Romeo, contact NorCal approach 120.905. The 54 Juliet Romeo, NorCal approach the Modesto altimeter 3023.
Julia's grandma just texted me. Well, we gave her a recommendation. You're going to love this. Chris, I'm heading to John Wayne. So we had a little FaceTime video chat happy hour with Julia's grandma, and she has Netflix, and she was like, I don't really know what to watch, and I was like, Grandma, you've got to watch Tiger King, dude. And she goes, okay, and she's like, I'm gonna forget. And I was like, Grandma, I'll text it to you, no problem. She was like, okay, thanks. So I texted to her, and she just texted me this minute at 19:16, so 3 minutes ago. She said, watched Tiger King Season 1, Episode 1. Yikes. That's friggin' awesome. That is all kinds of yikes. Hello, Cessna Niner Delta Sierra.
I think most Cessna drivers would be freaking out.
Oh yeah, they're freaking out. We're driving a Cessna right now, and we're freaking out.
Pull up. Pull up.
Uh-oh. Who is it? Marco Spill? I completely butchered that. Pronunciation guide. Mark Rispilli?
Salt Lake Center, Southwest
MRK, thank you, man, for the follow. Welcome aboard. Appreciate it.
525 Salt Lake City Center, good evening. Also with
also
one last point, Southwest 35.
What was that?
I did think that's the last part of it, that transmission.
Southwest 3065, I was just being smart, I'm also with you.
Kind of typed it, I just didn't hear you.
Chad, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Cessna. That is awesome. Mr. Crispy. Oh, got it. Mr. Crispy. Okay. Well, I appreciate the pronunciation help. Flying Mercury, what's happening? Whoa, buddy! That's when Brad and I almost hit a bird departing John Wayne. That was fun. Chris, thank you, man. I'm not complaining, just found it funny. Thank you, Chris. Alright, we're slowly making our way up there to flight level 290. The 18 knot tailwind is helpful. We're going to move that back Okay, yeah, 18 knots. So right now we're doing 335 over the ground. And then once we level off, that should speed up as close to the red line as we can. I mean, as close as possible.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
Chad, thank you for the gifted sub to Flying Mercury. Chad, thank you very much, sir. 4 gifted subs to the channel. That is fantastic. Flying Mercury, welcome. Enjoy the audio cues below. We've got the latest addition to the audio library is the one and only Jerry.
This is a good use of tax dollars, okay?
He's a nut. Also added new little Jerry emote.
Oakland Center 2-1 Bravo, requesting to step away for 2 minutes.
Ryan, have you not heard that one? Did you miss that one the last time?
I feel the need for speed.
Because it's unbelievable. 1,000 feet away from our set altitude. If you're just joining, welcome. I am recreating the jet trip, my first private jet trip with my instructor, John Wayne, San Jose, and back. It was part of that YouTube video I saw, but I just get too sad at his bullshit. Yeah, I couldn't help but add it. I've been looking for a good Jerry clip, and that one.
There's 7-1 Tango Bravo, Portland clearance.
That one I think is pretty good.
East Spokane Airport, Portland with departure.
It's not super hardcore making fun of him because it actually
6,000, departure
you can use that whenever there's any interesting ATC stuff. But yeah, he's not good, man. It's really not good. Doesn't seem as bumpy as it was on the way.
TBM1 Bravo, read correct.
On the way up, but still not super smooth. Yeah, okay, now we're gonna get some speed. It's gonna stop right there.
But this plane has 4 engines. It's an entirely different kind of flying, altogether.
It's an entirely different kind of flying.
You could say he's with you. I'm also with you.
Oh my god, it's too good. I'm gonna pull this back a little bit so we don't immediately bust through the red line. 93-ish there. Do we have ATIS set for John Wayne? 26-0, yep. So get that flipped over. Alright. Let's get the OC on here. So we're coming in from Olympic, I think, right? Awards. So at or below, at or above, at or above. We really don't have anything to worry about altitude-wise on that transition. So after Pacific, that's Q. And we're going to be on the ILS for 20 left. Sorry, 20 right. 20 right ILS. There. 111.75 and 196. That is home. Julia, is flight school tomorrow? Julia? Julia? Hey, Julia. Freaking headphones are on.
473 November, northbound ground is cleared to Corvallis Airport, northbound 7 departure. Scotty transition, NS filed, 517,000. Departure frequency Seattle Center 121.4, squawk 2251.
Size of the glass on the front of this thing. Jesus. Hey, Jula.
There's 0 November, read back correct.
Julia. What the hell, man? What? I know, that's what I'm trying to say. What's happening? Congratulations on the mile time. Congratulations on the mile time. And is flight school tomorrow? She's got her headphones on. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to listen at all. Julia will be taking flight school, X-Plane 11 flight school. Was this on the way up, Ryan? It is louder, but not... I don't know, I mean, I don't have it, like, super turned up. There's probably an exterior slider I can move down. But anyway, Julia will be embarking on flight simulator flight school this week. We've got a nicely... why am I going so effing slow? Have a very nice custom painted Robin, the Aerobasque Robin, and
for the Echo Tech, LA Center 133.2.
133.2, citation 204, Lima Echo. See ya.
Good day.
You did say 33.2, right?
The 71 Tango Bravo, Portland at ground, thanks for out. Runway 10.
20, that's affirmative. Runway 20 right, cleared land.
There we go, okay. Captain Oz, thank you very much
7618 Whiskey,
for the follow.
For 7618 Whiskey, roger. You're supposed to be at 4,000 now per the SID. I'm not able to pass you on the I-6 since you did not climb to 4,000 after crossing the radial. 18 Whiskey, do you want to continue? Roger, you can disconnect whenever you want. November 7436 Romeo, stay altitude. Number 7436 Romeo. Roger, heading 010, vectors LDA Charlie, runway 16 left approach.
Los Angeles Center, citation 204 Lima Echo, flight level 290.
Citation 204 Lima Echo, LA Center, hello. Number 52326, report to the airport, side 12 o'clock, 17 miles.
Yeah, I don't think every plane
For 2 Sierra
supports
Papa, you going to join downwind? Roger. For 550 Juliet Golf, stay request. Yeah, that place. Okay. What's your type of aircraft and requested altitude? Number 550 Juliet Golf, departure frequency 124.7, squawk 7115. For 0 Juliet Golf, departure frequency
Look at the size of that window. That's seriously
124.7.
hilarious.
Zero Juliet Golf, reback correct. Number 7436 Romeo. Clear direct Silex. Cross Silex at or above 4,000. Cleared LDA Charlie. Approach. Circle runway 16 left.
EFR departures, contact, clearance, delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial information India.
5218 Foxtrot, what is your area?
ATC information India. 01530. Wind 240 at 5. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 2,500. Few clouds at 20,000. Temperature
5218 Foxtrot, you're talking to LA Clarence.
Altimeter 30.
You want to go to John Wayne, that's SMA, or you want to go to Lindbergh, it's SAN.
Right.
Alright, let's go hack 5218 Foxtrot, roger.
It's hard to
Cleared
believe
out of
that
Los Angeles
nose
Bravo
down
airspace.
attitude in the citation.
For departure, fly heading 250 and make a left turn, left crosswind departure at the shoreline. Then exit the Bravo
I think it's
airspace.
more just the way
Maintain
that it
VFR
looks.
at or below
It's got a pointy little
2,500. Departure frequency 134.9.
Pointy little
Squawk
nose.
6366. One 18 Foxtrot, back correct.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
6 taxi to the gate straight ahead. Have a nice day.
Chad, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Captain Oz.
2326, traffic.
Appreciate that,
like
Chad.
2:33 o'clock.
Captain Oz, welcome.
3 miles southbound, 3,000 indicated time button.
Enjoy the audio fun.
Number 204 Lima Echo, descend via the OC2 arrival. Report the van flight level 290.
Alright, descend via the OC2 arrival. Reports when we're leaving flight level 290, citation 204 Lima Echo.
November 0 Juliet Golf, ground runway 26, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha. Southwest 663, descend via the City 4 arrival, Vegas altimeter 3013.
3013, descend via the City 4, Southwest 663.
Okay. Gudby, we need
November
to
121
be
Echo Charlie, John Wayne clearance clear to the Galena Airport. Flighting 220, vector Steel Beach as filed, maintain 2,000, expect 4,000, 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 3325.
Okay. Yeah, we're okay. So we'll just sit here for the time being.
Aero 1 Echo Charlie, you're back correct.
What do people recommend for rudder pedals? I only recently started kitting up and thought I could survive without them for a bit, but well, I was wrong. I went twisty for a long time.
Radar check is loud and clear.
I've got some like literal
LA
from the
ground,
trash
turn your transponder on.
Cytec pedals, and they're fine.
I 436 Romeo,
I think this is one of
you
those.
did not properly complete the procedure turn.
Whatever you can afford.
Please advise.
Get whatever you can, whatever's in your budget. Get that. I know there's some good ones out there, but these seem to be fine. The Cytec ones.
We're 7436 Romeo, just contact Van Nuys Tower 190.3.
And you know,
destination ATIS is 126.0.
Weird times right now, so you might actually get some, you know, like a good deal. On,
for 172 Delta Bravo, I never gave you taxi instructions. Runway 29er. You should have been at the ramp and request the taxi instructions. I'm unable to give you a rating because you broke that particular rule. If you want to restart the rating, you can go back to the ramp and request it again. If you want the Cat 3 rating, you just say, hey, I want the Cat 3. I'll tell you, okay. And then you request your request. You can't just say, I want the Cat 3 and then go fly, because that's not how to do it in the real world. Does that make sense?
Oh, look at that.
I probably heard it, but I've also got 15 other airplanes that are talking all at the same time, so it's kind of hard to tell. But just go back to the ramp. You can taxi via Alpha back to the ramp, start over, look at the transcript, and then try it again, please. For 7436 Romeo, Van Nuys Tower, runway 16 left, clear to
The
land.
honeycomb does look freaking awesome.
For 54678, contact SoCal approach 135.4.
Yeah, whatever that is, Chad, that looks awesome. Is that just like a little...
For 5218 Foxtrot, LA ground, runway 25 left, taxi
South
via Alpha
Fox Island?
Foxtrot.
Is that like Fox Island, Washington? Because if that is, that's like right where I grew up. No, Michigan. Never mind. Okay. My bad.
For 4420, Romeo Palomar Tower, runway 24 clear for
Yeah,
takeoff.
that's awesome.
For 54678, SoCal approach, Ontario altimeter 3013. Advise you have information
cool.
Whiskey at San Bernardino. And expect the ILS runway 6 approach. Six, 7, 8, Roger.
250. Yeah, we don't have to be. We're at or above until Pacific.
Southwest 663, vacate level 400.
For 462 Papa Charlie, San Luis Tower, make straight in runway 29 are clear to land. And who's circling outside the Delta? Number 52326, Roger, just pro tip, you don't have to circle outside the Delta, you can just go on in because you're already talking to me. Since you're talking to the controller, you're about to enter the Delta airspace. Contact Vector Shoal Tower 118.1. For 550 G-Link, on Camo Tower, make sure you set your full call sign and contact to a new controller, runway 26, clear for takeoff. For 7436 Romeo, taxi to parking via Bravo and remain this frequency.
Yeah, it's bumpy. It is definitely bumpy right now. LA Center, citation 204 Lima Echo. We're going to start our descent now.
Citation for Lima Echo, Roger. Number 756 Whiskey Victor, San Luis Tower, make straight in runway 29 or report to 3 mile final.
LA Center, Southwest 65 with flight level 340.
Southwest 3065 LA Center, hello. November 756 Whiskey Victor, San Luis Tower, make straight in runway 29 for 3 mile final. And no restriction Southwest 3065 Cross Casino, add and maintain, flight level 240.
Cross and maintain, cross Casino and maintain, flight level 230, Southwest 3065.
This
So
arrival...
the 36, I think you may have missed some of that. I got to mimic that instruction. Cross 20 miles, 20 miles northeast of Casino at a maintain, flight level 240.
We're going to cross Casino. I'm sorry, I think you said 20 miles north of Casino at flight level 240?
Southwest 3065, that is correct.
Roger, Southwest 3065.
Number 20 Romeo, contact departure.
What the hell, man?
For 172 Sierra Papa, taxi to ramp via Bravo.
Now we should be heading down.
For 5218 Foxtrot, LA Tower, runway 25 left, clear for takeoff, wind 250 at 12.
Okay.
Yep. At number 172 Sierra Papa, you have to pass.
172 Sierra Papa.
746, that was not for you, it's for different aircraft. Yeah, you did not pass, unfortunately. I'll tell you that in a second.
You did not
for
pass,
2 Sierra Papa, that passed for you.
That was not for you. You did not pass. That
For 36 Romeo, I wasn't able to give you a pass since you did not conduct the proper procedure turn at Silex on the LD approach. You simply just went direct from Silex to the runway. You're supposed to go from Silex, do a direct entry to the hold, 1 loop in the hold, and then go straight in.
Just trying.
For 36 Romeo, I gave you direct Silex about 6 miles south of Silex, at which point you should have done a direct entry to the course reversal and done 1 loop in the hold and then shot the approach. November 172 Alpha Bravo, say request. Alright, 6 Whiskey Victor, 129, clear to land.
That deserves this.
+2 up Charlie, taxi stand by out. 172 Delta Bravo, what's your request? To Delta Bravo, give me your full request, as in like where you want to go, aircraft type, that kind of thing. November 172 Delta Bravo, I understand you're a Skyhawk and you want to do pattern work?
Well, no, just a failure on the high rating.
29 or taxi via Alpha. For 4420 Romeo, so what kind of departure on frequency?
Jerry should not be instrument, let alone anything. What a...
For 4420 Romeo, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb maintain 900,000, clear to red Oceanside.
Oh no, I'm sure that is super hard.
For 74 Foxtrot,
yeah, no, I am not.
Miles.
I am not saying that is easy at all. We're gonna. We like literally can't hit this forward speed, but we're close. We're close enough.
Number Georgie Leg on contact departure.
Maybe at.
Number 4 Lima Echo, contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
35.5, citation 4 Lima Echo.
Number 74 Foxtrot at the airport, 12 o'clock, 900 miles. Number 74 Foxtrot, contact Montgomery Tower, almost 900.2. November 54678, contact San Bernardino Tower, 11900.45. For 678, pretty sure I gave you the approach clearance before, but that's fine.
Oh, we'll do that. I'll for sure do that.
Make this easier on you. Do you want the visual approach airport 12 o'clock and 10 miles? For 678, do you have the airport in sight?
That's what we wanted to hear right there. There we
For
go.
678, cleared visual approach, runway 6, contact tower 119.45.
LA Center, citation 204 Lima Echo, descending through flight level 230. Would love to watch Jerry do the
For
irons.
52185, I need to come closer to the shoreline, please. Come closer to the shoreline.
That would be
contact
friggin'
departure.
awesome. Shoes.
And when I talk about your radar contact,
Go on and on about how he does this in real life.
Southwest 663, kind of
Whoops.
Los Angeles Center 12.
I don't know why. That was a weird
4.85, 24.85.
This is a good use of tax dollars. Okay.
LA Center, Southwest 663 is out of flight level 186, descending via the city floor.
For 54678, San Bernardino Tower, runway 6, cleared to land. Southwest 663, LA Center, base altimeter 3013.
3013, we have Echo, Southwest 663.
For 204 Lima Echo, LA Center, the John Wayne altimeter is 3014.
Alright, 3014, and we do have information in India at John Wayne, citation 204 Lima Echo. Chad, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Ben's My Shoes. Shoes, thank you for hanging out tonight. Chad, thank you for the gifted sub.
For 550 Juliet Golf, radar contact, departure, radar contact at 12 miles
very
north
nice
of Camarillo Airport. The Point McGill altimeter is now 3015, stay altitude leaving.
We're trying to keep this speed, man. What are we at? 270? He's not bothering us about it.
Juliet Golf, thank you. November 172 Delta Bravo.
There is
Tower.
the beautiful San Fernando Valley. And it's gone.
LA Center, Southwest 3065, question when you go in a second.
And
172 Delta Bravo, make left post traffic,
NATO.
report midfield each time.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I plan on it. Plan on it for sure. I'm not going to just blindly jump into it, but it looks like it's going to be...
Southwest 3065, go ahead.
Pretty...
Southwest 3065, sorry.
Pretty
I just
fun.
wanted to verify. T1 is 20 miles to the north of Casino at flight level 230.
Yeah, just 20 miles northeast of Casino, so your current position from Casino, that position at flight level 240.
Roger, Southwest 3065, thanks.
Southwest 663, kind of Vegas approach, 133.905.
It's the first 3395, Southwest 663.
November 121 Echo Charlie, John Wayne ground runway 20 right, taxi via Bravo Kilo. For 52185, shot departure. For 52185, shot SoCal departure, cancel the altitude restriction or resume on navigation. You're currently leaving the Bravo airspace. Southwest 663, Vegas approach, Vegas altimeter 3013, thanks for Echo. We'll land on the 1s and the 8s, which one do you want? Alright, Southwest 663, expect the visual approach, runway 1 right.
I don't know why Catalina does that. It's done that since the moment I got X-Plane. It just goes like completely blank until you get close, and then the ortho finally pops in. No, this is PilotEdge, NATO. That is a lot of those.
Transition altitude. Nearest altimeter, 3015.
For 172 Delta Bravo, runway 29 are clear for the option. Southwest 663, turn left heading 215, vectors to final, and descend and maintain 10,000.
My VRAM pressure? What do you mean?
For 326, taxi to parking by Alpha. Get it out of your throat. Don't choke on. Bravo 0 Juliet Golf, contact Los Angeles Center 125.27.
Okay. It's making it happen.
For 0 Juliet Golf 125.27. Citation 4 Lima Echo, Hotel Approach 127.4.
27-4, citation 4 Lima Echo.
Skylane 18 Fox, correction. Skyhawk 18 Foxtrot, contact Hotel Approach 128.1.
SoCal Approach, citation 204 Lima Echo, descending through 14,000.
For 18 Foxtrot, contact SoCal Approach 128.1. For 5218 Foxtrot approach.
5218 Foxtrot, 3,800, climbing to 7,000.
5218 Foxtrot, SoCal approach. Didn't agree on the previous frequency for reading back the air frequency, so make sure you do read back the frequency for the handoffs. John Wayne altimeter is 3014.
3014, 5218 Foxtrot.
Citation 204 Lima Echo, SoCal approach, Avalon altimeter 3017. Advise you at India John Wayne with the visual approach, runway 20 right.
We've got India at John Wayne. We'd like to request the ILS for 20 right, citation 204 Lima Echo.
For Lima Echo, you can expect that.
I'd love the visual, trust me, but I want to get some practice.
79 Charlie Bravo.
Getting this thing locked up.
You said you're going to the northeast. What is your destination airport? Taxi to the ramp via Alpha, and good job on the I-4 rating.
I like that
and that was my mistake for the ILS, not yours. You caught it. Good job. I'll give you a pass.
Normally
just,
I would.
Pro tip: if you
I would
do
jump all over that.
You're not on the approach, let me know a little earlier. Of course, it was busy, so hard to do that. Not blaming you, but just tip for next time. Good night. Southwest 3065, stay altitude, correction, stay flight level.
It appears as if we are descending correctly.
For 2 Delta Bravo, runway 29 are clear for the option. Delta Bravo, reback the runway, please.
Shoes, yeah. I just
contact
caught what you were saying.
Just go ahead and descend
looking
the
at
city
John
for arrival
at LAX.
and contact Los
It
Angeles
is looking like it does feel like looking through the barrel of a gun. Quadruple barrel shotgun right at your face.
124.85.
Wonder if a 16 gigabyte AMD card would work well sometimes in the sim. Yeah, I mean, I don't know really what the sim utilizes. It just never gets benchmarked with anything, so I don't know if it likes GPU clock speeds or more VRAM. I would imagine that it's probably VRAM that it's going to.
And that's only because you already had
more.
communication.
So
if you didn't have communication, that's correct, but you did have communication, so you're good. Roger. Number 799 Charlie Bravo, I understand you're going to Gillespie.
Going to Gillespie. Four to 5 gigabytes is still a lot. But I mean, it's not being used for really anything else. So if you got a 6 gig card.
Alright, number 799 Charlie Bravo, you're cleared out of
you do have some
San Diego
plane
Bravo airspace.
Textures and stuff that it's loading in.
Squawk 7450.
Alright, where are we at now?
799 Charlie Bravo, reback correct. Southwest 3065 LA Center, hello.
Verdi, what's happening, man?
Southwest 663 is going to maintain 7,000.
7,000 Southwest 663.
Having 8 gigabytes is, yeah, I bet it's nice.
Reserve Julie Golf, you level off at 7,500.
I know, I gotta get, I need to,
Roger.
I'm holding off on upgrading until we really know what Microsoft is going to require.
74 Foxtrot, taxi to Rampage, Charlie Hotel, across 28 left, and Cena. Nice evening.
You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I am saying?
For 172 Delta Bravo, not cleared left.
Problem will come with the add-on planes and their unoptimized codes. Could be.
For 7 now, Charlie Bravo, Limburg ground, runway 27, taxi via Charlotte.
Whoa.
Stand by. 204 Lima Echo, contact hotel approach 128.1.
28-1, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Last guys at AM flight 1954.
I think I already put that in there.
AM flight 1954, bullhead
yep.
ground.
Yep.
I don't have a flight. The only flight plan I see for you is out of Limburg. Just want to verify your flight plan. Yeah, you'll need to redo that one for me, please.
Crap.
Alright, Charlie Foxtrot Golf Uniform bullhead ground, stand by for request.
SoCal approach, citation 204 at Lima Echo, descending through 6,000 for 5,000. Alright, and then we're gonna keep it there.
170 Delta Bravo, taxi to the ramp via Alpha, pass with the Cat 3 rating. You just check your transponder, please. I'm showing you squawking 700, and you're constantly in ident mode. Check the transponder.
111.75. Alright. Okay, so it's going to be
Technically I can't, but I have a little thing where I can check it. If it's broken, it looks broken, so you're good.
5,000 for a bit here.
Southwest 663, turn left heading 200.
Up 200, Southwest 663.
Southwest 3065, contact Vegas approach 133.905.
TFR ahead.
Don't care about the TFR. SoCal approach, citation 204 Lima Echo, 5,000.
We'll see you later. Thanks. For 204 Lima Echo, SoCal approach, John 1 altimeter 3016. You got traffic 11 o'clock, 4 miles eastbound, 6,700 to Skyhawk.
We'll be looking out for that traffic, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Sky 18 Foxtrot, traffic 3 o'clock, 3 miles northeastbound, 5,000 is the citation.
Yeah, traffic is 21 Foxtrot.
Vegas approach Southwest 3065, descending through 10,600, city 4.
Southwest 3065, Vegas approach, Vegas altimeter is 3013, flight 220. Vectors visual approach, runway 1 right, descend to maintain 10,000.
Tunnel 10,000, we're turning left 220, vectors for the visual, runway 1 right, Southwest 3065.
Mr. Crispy, thank you, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Mako, advise you have information. Juliet at John Wayne, expect visual approach, runway 20 right.
Was that for... That was a new controller. Was that for citation 204 Lima Echo?
Number 4 Lima Echo, it was. I see, last guy, I guess, gave you the ILS, expect that.
Yeah, Fernando. Yeah, we have information, Juliet, and we're expecting the ILS 20 right, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Southwest 663, turn right, heading 350, advise the airport in sight, zoo at 1 o'clock at 20 mile.
There she is.
Right, 350, we'll call the field.
I mean, it would be pretty fun just to dump it in. We did do the visual.
3065, descend to maintain 7,000. On 7,000, Southwest 3065.
When we came in for real.
Charlie Foxtrot, Echo Golf Uniform, you
And
looking
it's
for flight
pretty fun to dump one of these jets in that guy. The guy that was flying,
Echo Golf Uniform, roll head ground,
that was
runway
pretty
16,
awesome.
taxi via Alpha. And flight 1954, clear to the Henderson Airport by the runway 16 departure procedure to Needles, and Victor 237, Boulder City VOR, direct, maintain 7,000, expect 8,000 in 10 minutes, departure frequency 134.65, squawk 2170.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
Chad, thank you very much for the gifted sub to Mr. Crispy.
1954, reback, thanks.
Southwest 663, field site.
Southwest
Got some
663,
blinky guys
at the
down at
airport.
John Wayne.
Yeah, we got field site, Southwest 663.
Southwest 663, thanks. Clear visual approach, runway 1 right.
Clear visual 1 right, Southwest 663.
Stand by for the VFR request, and November 799er Charlie Bravo Lindbergh Tower, runway 27, cleared for takeoff. And there was another aircraft that said something. I think they were either ready for departure or they were in the air somewhere. What was the request?
The Mile Square Park right there. Super easy to spot because it's a
Charlie
park
Golf, Hotel Foxtrot,
and it's a
Oscar,
mile
no
square.
flight plan on file.
It's actually a pain in the ass if you don't have a good ortho or know roughly where it is.
4420 Romeo, contact SoCal approach on 135.4.
135.4, 4420 Romeo. SoCal approach, 4420 Romeo, level 9000.
4420 Romeo, SoCal approach, Ontario, altimeter 3015.
3015, 4420 Romeo.
Calling to the destination for the I-4 at Santa Monica Airport. We're 204 Lima Echo, flight
Caution,
present heading.
TFR ahead.
Present heading, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Number 550 Julie Golf, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Charlie Foxtrot, Echo Golf, uniform Bullet Tower, runway 16, clear for takeoff, on course approved. For 204 Lima Echo, traffic 12, call it 1 o'clock, 3 miles westbound, type unknown, altitude indicates 4,500.
Alright, we'll be looking for that traffic, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Someone with a Cat 4 request, I think, what was the call sign only?
Some El Toro traffic. Alright. I am very focused. David,
52326,
what's
ready to go
happening,
with your
man?
request.
Happy Monday. What day is it? Monday?
Five two 326. Departure frequency 118.8.
Probably gonna get vectored right over
1613.
my house. Yep. Hi, Bill. Inception, that would be so weird.
326 at 18.8.
It'd be so weird if I heard a citation flying
correction,
overhead right now.
18.8 and 1613. Read back correct. No need to respond. Southwest 663. Contact Las Vegas Tower 118.75.
Tower 1875, Southwest 663, good day.
Southwest 3065. Traffic to follow. 1 o'clock. 14 miles northbound. It's a company 737 descending through 6,000. Do you have them in sight?
We're looking Southwest 3065.
Southwest 3065, roger. I'll have a base turn here behind
Disney.
you.
Roger, 3065.
We're about to get turned here pretty soon.
The aircraft of John Wayne looking for an IFR clearance.
Alright, everybody, be quiet back there.
Roger, thanks. Southwest 663 Las Vegas Tower, runway 1 right, clear to land, wind 08088. For 9 Charlie Bravo, yeah, there's no departure frequency was given. Turn right heading 050, exit the Bravo.
Southwest
3065, that traffic now 3 o'clock, 7 miles, any luck?
Was that for Southwest 3065?
Yes, it was.
Okay, yeah, we have a company inside Southwest 3065.
Southwest 3065, great. Follow the traffic, cleared visual approach, runway 1 right, towers on 118.75.
Very
clear for the visual, 1 right, 1 right. We will follow the traffic, Southwest 3065.
For 52326, Bakersfield ground, runway 30 right, taxi via Alpha Bravo. Before Lima Echo, turn right, heading 070, just to maintain 4,000.
070 down to 4,000, citation 4 Lima Echo.
Alright, 201 sir, CGHFO, it's on request, stand by, and the other aircraft that called, what was the call sign only? Yeah, flight 1954, runway, are you ready for taxi? Thanks, runway 16, taxi via Alpha. For 204 Lima Echo, you're, call it 4 miles from Snake. Actually, disregard, a little slower than I thought you were. Try to get off Hotel Foxtrot Oscar. Hotel departure. Clear to
We're at a comfortable speed right now.
Maintain 10,000. Departure frequency 126.7. Squawk 4443. Hold for release. For 204 Lima Echo, 4 miles from Snake, turn right heading 170, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS, runway 20 right approach.
All right, right heading 170 down to 3000 until established. Cleared ILS 20 right approach, citation 204 Lima Echo.
DGHFO release for departure, advise airborne.
Yo, all traffic in the area, please advise.
Please advise.
Vegas Tower Southwest, day 65, 5 mile approach, visual 1 right. Southwest 3065, Las Vegas Tower, wind 08018, runway 1 right, clear to land. Clear to land, runway 1 right, Southwest 3065. For 916 here, Tango San Luis ground, say again what you were looking for. For 6 Sierra Tango departure, frequency 120.55, squawk 2441.
Where you going, buddy?
6 Sierra Tango, read back correct. The 663 Delta and Golf to the ramp, and Charlie if you need it.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
The 663, roger,
nope.
monitor ground.
But it will be.
For 9 Charlie Bravo, leaving Bravo airspace, resume on navigation, frequency change approved. Flight 1954, Bullhead Tower, runway 16, clear for takeoff.
Say hi to Julia.
There's a Baron at Santa Barbara, I think, requesting clearance. Stand by, I'll come back to you in a second. For 204 Lima Echo at Lemon, contact John Wayne Tower.
Alright, switching over to tower at Lemon, citation 204 Lima Echo.
For 528 Romeo Charlie, actually, I think you were the Baron, right? Go ahead with your request. For 528 Romeo Charlie, on departure, fly runway heading, maintain VFR at or below 1,500. Departure frequency 120.55. Squawk 3764. Fly runway heading
the captain has turned on
main
the
VFR at or above 1,500.
Be seated.
12055 and squawk 3764. For 8 Romeo Charlie, read back correct.
John Wayne Tower, citation 204 Lima Echo, ILS 20 right.
For 204 Lima Echo, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind 240 at 5.
Clear to land 20 right, citation 204 Lima Echo.
Southwest 3065, taxi to parking via Delta, Golf, and Charlie if you need it, monitor ground.
Bakersfield Tower, Archer 52326, holding short 30 right at Bravo, ready for departure.
For 52326, Bakersfield Tower, runway 30 right, clear for takeoff, on course approved.
On course approved, 30 right, Archer 52326, clear for takeoff.
And flight 1954, contact LA Center.
LA Center and flight 1954.
Right over the 5 freeway.
Gillespie Tower, 799er Charlie Bravo, inbound for landing.
For 799er Charlie Bravo, inbound from where?
Inbound from the west.
799er Charlie Bravo, roger. You're in violation of the Miramar Class Bravo surface area. Just, I guess you can continue on your present heading, enter right downwind runway 27 right, clear to land, and it's going to be possible pilot deviation.
27 right, clear to land.
3 mile final runway 20 right.
Taxi with Zulu. For 916 Sierra Tango, San Luis ground, runway 29er, taxi via Alpha. 29 by Alpha, 6 Sierra Tango.
Okay. Flaps full, 3 green, power set.
Tower and flight 1954.
Lights are on.
Flight 1954, Bullhead Tower.
Yeah, 3565 for LA there.
3465.
3465, thanks.
Camarillo here, Twin Comanche, Foxtrot Romeo, Charlie Charlie for Cat 10 rating. With information Romeo requesting flight following, planning to go to the east at altitude 5,500.
That's flight 1954, LA Center, ident.
500.
Charlie Foxtrot, Romeo, Charlie Charlie, Camarillo ground, departure frequency 120, correction, departure frequency 124.7, squawk 4243.
4243, Romeo, Charlie Charlie.
CFRCC, read my correct. For 52326, contact departure.
Or departure 52326.
It's so weird coming back into
radar
John
contact
Wayne
4
like
miles south of Bullhead Airport, climb and maintain
this.
8,000.
This is so weird.
For 5218 Foxtrot, contact SoCal approach 119.6.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Jeez.
Camarillo ground, Twin Comanche, Foxtrot Romeo, Charlie Charlie on the ramp. 2, ready to taxi.
Alright, there's a whole lot of people there at once. I'm going to get to everybody. Give me 1 second. November 52326, Bakersfield departure, radar contact. That's approved. Just maintain VFR. And flight 1954, yeah, I'll have a turn to join Victor 237 here. Actually, as soon as I respond to this other pilot. CFRCC, Camarillo ground, runway 26, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha.
Thank you, Chad.
Foxtrot Alpha.
What was it? 34? Kenny, that was
5218 Foxtrot, SoCal approach. The
that was
Lindbergh
still a
altimeter
nice
3018, Quebec is current.
a nice prediction. I would have been happy with 80.
Fort Lee Mako, taxi to parking via Bravo, monitor ground.
Parking via Bravo, monitoring ground, citation 204 Lee Mako. See ya!
And flight 1954, turn right, heading 310.
Okay, flaps coming up, strobes coming off, heat's coming off, ignition's coming off.
Santa Barbara ground, November 528, Roman Charlie is at the south ramp, request.
34 Foxtrot Golf, you contact runway tower 126.8, good day. 126.8, see ya.
Santa Barbara ground, runway 25, taxi via
Alright, Chad, have a good one, man. Truender?
Runway 25, taxi
Thank you very much.
Taxi on
Mary
Way,
and if I need you, I will contact you.
John Wayne clearance, Walker 169, IFR to Las Vegas, Juliet.
Walker 169, John Wayne clearance, clear to Las Vegas, McCarran Airport, fins 2, departure, Meissen transition, and then as filed. Climb via Citix, I maintain 5,000. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 2112.
Cleared to McCarran International, Density departure, Meissen transition is filed, climb via Citix at maintain 5,000, departure on 128.1, squawk 2112, Walker 169.
Walker 169, read back correct. And flight 1954, turn right heading 350, join Victor 237.
I wonder if Brad ever, I'm sure he has. I mean, they don't quite land like that for real. I mean, I let that thing float like crazy. Speaking of Brad,
Charlie Golf Hotel, Foxtrot Oscar, SoCal departure, ident.
Bonanza, whoop.
Bird 916, Sierra Tango, San Luis Tower, runway 29er, clear for takeoff. 29er, clear for takeoff, 60 Tango. Charlie Golf Hotel, Foxtrot Oscar, radar contact. Call that 5 miles north of Thermal.
I don't know who put that global there.
Palm Springs, altimeter 3011, climb and maintain 10,000.
Oh, Chris, thank you so much for the extended subscription. I appreciate that, man. Oh, look at the center line. Sweet.
5218 Foxtrot negative. Not cleared into the Bravo airspace. It'll probably be with the tower, most likely within about 5 miles from Mission Bay VOR.
Okay. All right, let's get the lights coming off. Lights. Avionics.
Where?
Before I shut down and this thing freaks out, I'm actually going to turn all that.
We're flying in the field. They're in a left downwind.
Back on.
Disconnected.
And let's check out that 35.
Cessna Skyhawk 204. Fuck.
Let's see. What I missed during my sterile cockpit. Maria's here. Hello, Maria. Let's see. This is more impressive than real life. Not quite. Real stuff is pretty awesome. Is there a Lear 35 in this? I'm not sure. Bill fixes the yellow stripe. Don't worry about the center line, guys. That's just first professional. The more comfortable I get, the more fine tuning. You don't need to be on 6 mile per hour.
500.
Parking lot over the 405, which is actually that busy now. Just empty. Yeah, we'll also tell that to Mother Nature. And that's what Brad has said too about straight wing citations. I said something about floating, and he was like, "Yeah, welcome to straight wing citations. They float like crazy, apparently." Damn, that was super satisfying to do that whole flight. With few issues? I think I accidentally did more things right than just doing them right. Okay, let's get this thing shut down now. So lights coming off. Avionics, engines, let's do the right first. Get that into off. Alright, Brad's going to do the paperwork and we're going to go look at how pretty the plane is. It's so funny parking here at the end of a flight because this is exactly what ACI West looks like. The building it's almost identical. It's actually kind of creepy. Spin down. That looks pretty good. Our buddies are still in there. I don't like that you have to take the static elements out in order for them to go away. But that looks better than those two guys just sitting in there. Yeah, this livery turned out really good. I've seen people when landing this, they aim at the 1,000-footer, flare as low as they can, and chop the thrust. If you fly this thing at 30 feet, you take off again. Brad is my instructor. And he flies, he's a jet charter pilot in the real world, so he flies planes similar to this, not the 550, but he's type rated in a handful of citation types. So when's the last time that Pitts flew at John Wayne? You mean Michaels? I have a 502 hours Learjet out of. In real life, true? That's awesome. I met what's her name at the front desk of Sunrise. Awesome, dude. Sunrise? I don't know. I started at OCFC. I did not. I haven't been to Sunrise, so I don't know. But yeah. Sweet. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was awesome to be able to do that whole flight beginning to end, and it was cool having you guys along. I've wanted to do that for a long time, and I feel pretty good that I was able to make it happen. So if you're watching and you're new, thank you for joining. Welcome aboard. This is the Discord link. It's my favorite thing ever. If you're practicing social distancing right now, it's a good way to connect with people, talk about planes. It's active and really fun. So if you have Discord, if you want to join a really fun community, click that link there. We'd love to have you. So also, if you're new here, enjoy this. All right, guys, have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow, possibly tomorrow, for Julia Flight School. It's going to be crazy. Don't miss tomorrow. Julia is my wife. She has a mouth on her.
Cessna Skyhawk 204. Oh, fuck.
She's going to be flying out of John Wayne here in a Robin and X-Plane 11 flight school, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to do a quick little first flight, and she's going to be at the controls the whole time. So it should be pretty entertaining. Have a great night, guys. See ya!